everyone, and welcome to Spire Scrin's Agent Draft Invitational game. I will be one of your casters for this event, First Glitch, semi-popular receiving YouTuber, and joining me here today we have Adam, who needs no introduction, but will introduce himself.
Hello, it's Irish / Adam. I am the cash out winner. Hello, nice to meet you guys.
The agent cash out winner has joined us here today for some casting, and you've casted before, though I don't know if we've ever casted together before.
Have
we? I have forgotten like 90% of our casting. We did. I think we did the final mission together.
Yeah.
So that was good times. Well, welcome to our Agent Draft Invitational today. Yeah, this one is a little different than anything we've done before here at Spire Scrims.
Yeah, it's
And we are doing our standard match point setup here today. So this is how our point system works. As agents play through the game, they get points for these various things. Pretty simple. If you are the winner, you get 7 points. For each elimination, you'll get 2 points. For each vault terminal they do, they'll get 2 points. If someone does the retinal scanner, they'll earn themselves 4 points. Everyone gets a point if they enter the vault. If they're the person who gets the podium, the case directly off the podium, that is worth 4 points. And if you do touch the case at any point during the game, you do get a point for that. Adam, you want to run us through what match point system actually means here?
Yeah, we're doing match points instead of placement points, as we usually do in scrims. So, in order to win the whole event, you need to, first of all, reach 55 match points. You need to extract or be the last standing, and yeah, that's just how you win.
That's it.
Yeah.
So all of our agents are going to be using the point system from the previous screen to build points until they get up to 55, and then all they have to do is win, and they take the whole event. So kind of in two different modes. There's point building and then get one win to actually achieve victory here. All right, and our draft format is new for this event here. So draft order was decided by trivia, which we might get into a little bit later, but basically two agents or two players are not going to be able to play the same agent. So top left and then across to the right, second row and then down, you can see our agents drafting who they will play. It looks like Renji has already picked up Madam, and now it goes over to Flick. So this is like another layer of strategy on top of, right? There's a DI game which has strategy, and then there's the match point format which has strategy, and now there's draft strategy on top of that. Flick has grabbed Squire for themselves here, and we'll see what Helene picks up. Pretty quick license grab from them.
I'm surprised with Rennie's pick. Madam first pick. I guess there is a lot of Madam players.
There is a lot of Madam
players. We see the red.
Red does come out. That I'm almost surprised it's out fourth. I thought that would go a little faster. Cavalier coming out for Egg. Goose, known Madam player, of course, won't be picking it this time.
I think Goose plays red and Cav as well. Oh, on the Yumi.
He broke out the Yumi, though.
Yeah.
Flooded Mars. I'm betting an easy Sasori pick comes out from Mars here. They're a known Sasori player, and it's not picked yet. And there's a Madam. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sasori come out from them here.
Or even an Octo, maybe?
Yeah. Yep, there's the Sasori locked in. Now, Rufus here, known Octo player, wouldn't be surprised if we get an Octo. A lot of expertises from the Madam and the Larson already picked, and there it is. Nothing too surprising there at the last little bit of the draft. So these are the agents they'll be playing. They're getting into match here now. Our first map of the day is going to be Hard Sell in the day variant. So that's what's loading up here now. And yeah, so strategy-wise, for the initial draft, what do you think, Adam?
Um, I don't know. I think first pick was very important, and I don't think you would want to waste it on a Madam. I'm surprised that Renji played Madam straight away, but maybe as plan, maybe as a super plan, I'm very unaware of. But if I was picking first, it's Red or Squire. It has to be.
Yeah, I am a bit surprised they didn't go with the red. I know I had a couple weeks ago now, I think, a conversation with Renji about Madam specifically. He was a little, he had done a tier list and put Madam rather low, and I was like, I don't know if that's what you wanna. And now he's first picked her, so maybe he's had a bit of a change of heart. Here we are loading in everyone on their specific agents. We do actually have 2 observers this time, so rare. I shouldn't say rare, but we have the main camera and of course the picture-in-picture cam in the top right there. That will come out as needed. So that'll be a real treat when we've had that before. We always get some nice to see 2 different angles of things.
It's very good. 2 observers. It's just you see more. Good to have
more gameplay. There could be, I mean, we're talking about the Renji Madam a lot, but there could be just counter pick potential. We did see Flick in second. They're not, I mean, they have definitely played Madam before. I'm not sure they're known for it, but it could have been a prefer to take this than let someone else have it. That's the thing with draft, is sometimes you draft what you're best at. Sometimes you have to draft just to make sure no one else gets, you know, that particular agent.
Yeah, I understand. We're going into it, I guess.
Yep, straight tides held day. There will be a moment at the start where both our spectators have to jump off the hard style cliff to get into spectator mode.
Observer race.
So we get to do. We haven't done an observer race for a while. All right, we got the picture-in-picture here.
Observer 2.
Observer 2 got the much better spawn. So they do get the victory. We do have the bait box here for the potential suspicion meter, which might come into play more in other maps, I believe. This one's pretty easy. We can just jump off the cliff. And with that, the players are released. And we get to see what loadout everyone picked.
3.
So, it's too bad we can't see them in the same order. But we got Raz. They got the red as a 4th pick, I believe, gone with the shotgun and the healing expertise. And Egg on the Cavalier has the It's a Setup and the weapon 3s. Goose on the Yumi with weapon 1 and the heal bubble. Not a big surprise, really. Although with the Larson Madam was already out, it would have been interesting to see neutralize. Flick on the weapon 1 and
E3.
E3. You want to talk about the E3 for well, let's finish this. Renji did get the weapon 2s and the standard snap for Madam. We'll see what Madam passive they have when it's time. Mars with the Sasori Vial there with the weapon 1. Interesting pick. Nut Gobbler not kind of a surprise. Is clashing with Egg here. But Egg does back off as Gobbler doesn't have the right outfit to go in. They're on the weapon 2, which they do play a lot, but is not really well known. Egg does catch them out. The Cavalier DPS comes out. The Octo Bomb does, and a couple follow-up shots, but the Cavalier does take the win there, and our Octo does go down.
Yeah, that should have happened. Gobbler wasted the intel on the door and unfortunately got caught out. Weapon 2
They
is a big
did get a small rocket shot from the gun, but I think it was only like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't a big 5 you need.
They only had 3 intel, so, you know.
Alright, Raz making it into the back of D here. Quick cover back with the expertise. That expertise isn't that long of a cooldown, so not really a big waste. And we as observers know no one's really around them. Egg grabbing themselves a gold ship. So
Hey.
they've got some good points there with a terminal and a
Yeah.
kill under their belt.
Very good start.
Mars on the bottom of D here might run into Raz if they come out the store or are quick enough gathering their intel. They have a blue key card, which is going to be important. Egg making their way out as their health and hack speed from the looks of things. Raz has finally got enough intel to get into a purple box here and has grabbed their food chip. And now maybe a good time if you want to go over why we were a bit surprised by the Squire E3 pick.
All right, so most of you won't know, but RNG had asked for a gentleman's agreement to not, if you picked Squire, to not pick E2 or E3. Now, nobody obviously had to accept it, but I do think if RNG gets killed and finds out that Flick was using this, RNG will not be too happy.
Yeah, will not be for sure. I believe that's Helena the staff. They're just standing behind Flick, but no one's made any movements. Goose is also sitting nearby. So some passive play coming out from these players. And Egg is also right nearby in that green room. Does a gamble, but already had that green. And there's like a collision here, but I don't think anyone is going to take a shot here. All these players moving pretty much perfectly. As you would expect from players of this caliber. There's Egg there on the guard, might be the most sus of them just for being on a guard, and their movement is still pretty much perfect.
RNG's looking at everyone from the top floor. Looking...
Oh, yeah. But, Renji does take the shot on Egg. I didn't see any big reasons to take the shot, but I'm not.
I mean, they opened the door.
Flick takes shots at a lane. Now that someone's taken the first shot, the dam has been opened. Eileen with a bit of a bamboozle on the Larson poof as Flick goes up and they go down. Finds Renji on the roof though. Renji down to 20, down to 4, is making a run forward. They do have their snap, but no one to snap to, and Renji does go down.
Renji dies to Squire E3, maybe. No, probably not. He was on the roof. But, I don't know. I don't think he'll be too happy with that.
He will not be happy to learn his gentleman's agreement is not honored in round 1. It might be a fight here because Raz definitely heard that safe open, though they are already through the door, so probably not going to come out just for the sake of...
yeah. Round cover as well. I don't think it would be smart to...
Yeah. Mars has keycards to get right through C, but we already know that's done. The second terminal did go down there. We're not sure who actually did it. That must have been the person in E.
Yeah, it must
be. Raz has now exited. With the gold HP chip, you don't see that much anymore.
No.
I just got intel.
Yeah, that fight was really unfortunate. Like, Renji took it, and there were just 5 people around him.
Yeah, he had no way to know all five people were right under him there. And it does kind of suck for him that he was the one to actually... I think he was the only one of them to actually die. He made the right pick play, and there just happened to be a bunch of other people nearby to punish. And that happens when everyone looks like an NPC.
Yeah, but there is a very good thing about him dying with no points, and that is that he might get to pick first next round.
It was so useful for him this one. That'll be another thing we actually haven't talked about, but this is a good time. So the initial pick order for draft was decided based on some trivia. And interrupted that because Flick and Raz are fighting. This is a short-range fight, and the Red has already used their heal with a shotgun, so they should have a decent advantage, but Flick is landing some good shots here. There's nowhere for them to run. Flick does have a bounce pad. I bet they get the chase down here. Down to 5 HP. Yeah, really nowhere for that Red to run, and Flick does take, I believe, their second kill. At least their second kill. Goose has popped up to see what's going on. Might see Flick making the way across the rooftops here. I thought that's a little bit out of Yumi's slingshot range. I bet they do see this. It's just a matter of will they take the fight. Not the best movement from Flick there. Probably doesn't expect anyone else to be around. We'll see what Goose does.
E3.
Oh, he's got the danger sense, he knows, and he does take the shot first. And Goose gets the heal bubble out. And unfortunately, the Yumi is not going to do it.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
The
Happens.
danger sense there, I think, came in clutch because we saw Flick go up the stairs. It would have turned off, went back down the stairs, would have gone red again, and basically pointed right to Goose, unfortunately for him.
Yeah. I mean, competition's going down very quick, I do have to say. What's not going quick is the progression of the game. I'm surprised that we're still in Vault terminal phase.
Well, we've seen Mars in 3 different terminals and only get one thing.
Well,
I think
glad
3 or
Mars is
4
trying.
people have been in C, but A and B seem to be relatively untouched.
I thought we did see someone there, but like, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they just didn't want to get the terminal.
Most of the action has been in C, D, and E so far, so someone's got to make their way over to A and B.
Speaking of
Lane's
AVP,
over there, but they're playing very passive with just greens, and I don't think I've been out of a civilian disguise really much.
is Egg might be going into no, they do not want to even try and go into A.
They have their gold already. Flooded Mars will go in. Not the
okay.
best movement, but not the worst movement there. Probably
Everything is
nothing to
fine.
shoot at.
Ooh,
Oh,
well,
okay,
no.
nope. That was them putting their own Sasori bubble down. Egg is on the other side of the exit, and they'd be able to hear this, so they know someone's in there. It's just a matter of do they pick the right exit. And this is the perfect use of a picture-in-picture there, with Egg just sitting outside the secret exit. Mars has been to like 3 different things, finally picks up their first gold, and is gonna grab some intel here, it looks like, or they're just they're a box. They're just a box in the corner for a little bit.
I think it's smart. Hopefully they don't phase through the wall with their mimic, because that could give them away. But
yeah, hopefully that little corner of the box is not sticking out, but we'll see. They just have to wait long enough, not that they know Egg is there, but for anyone who is nearby to give up and head towards the vault. And I think they've decided this isn't enough time, and they are correct, because Egg has moved on.
I wonder if Mars is ever going to sit down. I know they did have social, so I was just still choosing not to, I guess. Okay.
Helene, they're picking up the gray, one of the 3 risky things they've done all game, and they happen to do it in front of Egg, but I don't think Egg has the ability to capitalize because they are already around a big corner. Flick, I think the only one in the vault, yeah.
Or of keycard, I mean, not term.
Yeah, they're getting their printer going. Egg's having a little look around for someone. Helene has moved basically the other side of the map, if that's who they were still trying to track. I don't know if we mentioned it, but Helene is on the Weapon 3 license specifically, so we'll see, hopefully, some really cool throws. Flick really the only one in position to get the package here.
Yeah, nobody's even entered Vault yet, other than Flick.
Danger Sense comes out
Helene's in.
just to keep everyone honest and make sure no one else is around, and this is a pretty easy grab for Flick. I don't think anyone else is getting anywhere close, although there's going to be a clash.
Flooded Mars and Egg.
Flooded Mars lands the poison, gives them the trace. Sword comes out, sword again, but the Cavalier DPS proves too much for them. I think both of those sword swipes missed, and that's just something that happens on Sasori sometimes. The sword is incredibly hard to hit sometimes, and Egg takes a victory there. Egg has, what, got 3 kills now, I think, from that Cav?
It must be, like, at least 2.
Yeah. Flick there, unsurprisingly, picks up the podium points, and they do spot, I believe, just Helene in the vault. Egg might be in view, and
Egg's very much in view. Spots both.
It's just a 3-person game at this point.
Wow. Shots off, trying to get the other to fight the other.
Yeah, that's not a bad strategy in some public matches, but players of this caliber probably won't fall for that, although that does force Helene out of the vault, dodging some guard aggro. At least for now. We'll see if Flick can take any advantage of this, but Egg is still around, so not too likely.
I was about to say I'm surprised at how passive Flick was playing, but they're currently running it down, jumping across. I think what you want to do is you want to try and get out the square, especially you only see two. Then there's 3 possible exits in the vault. You just want to get out as quick as you can.
For sure here. And neither of his 2 opponents here are guarding this exit. Eileen is chasing. We'll see if Flick does a double back. It would be a good time to, because Egg is not really around. That jump we see Flick doing is definitely so that they can turn around and look behind them. Out the window, well, we see a quick C call here. Looks like it. Helene is hot on their trail, though, and you don't want Egg and Helene to be fighting you at the same time.
I'm just running to the edge of the map.
Helene has to kind of respect the double back play and does stand back a little bit.
I
Egg
see
is kind
Flick
of in a
has
central
spyglass.
position. Flick with the spyglasses. Not something we see too often.
I was wondering how they kept so much intel, but they have purple hack speeds, and they're just getting all the intel everywhere.
Yeah, hanging out with C called between B and A there. Egg traced Helene, I believe, with their Cavalier. Yeah, with their E2 there. So they would have had it down on that door. So Egg at least knows, well, I guess everyone now knows there's at least 3 people playing.
Like in the green room.
Just hanging out near the A side, A extract side of the map with C called. They don't have the move speeds on Squire on either the passive or the expertise, so I'm not totally sure what the play is.
What passive do they have?
I am not sure, but I don't think it's the move. I think it's the Aegis cover one.
Okay. Apparently it is the Aegis cover, so I don't know. I thought they were gonna try and make a play, try and get shots, maybe get a hit, and then run to the other side.
Island's taken a couple shots, but that gun does not quite have that range. Though if you land the throw, it is the throw has no fall-off damage, so that would be quite impressive.
Yeah.
You see some interesting play from Flick here. I think trying to just get players to come to him and respect the fact he can go to A, but there's not a lot of motivation for them to do so unless Flick actually calls A.
That, like, Flick is taking this long to call the next extract. Because I know it's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And like some people might consider that a long time, but it's not. Like, Flick's already called the extraction somewhere. We only have these 3 minutes.
Yep, and there's the call to A with the spyglass. This is going to force a collision here, and Flick does take advantage. Although we do see the Cav DPS for what I think is the 4th time. Cav picks up the health. Flick only down to 40. That's still a bunch of health left, and it's more than enough. That was such a long fight. But Eileen is right here, but Flick sees them just as we do. But Eileen gets a couple shots in, but the throw does not land. Flick likely getting away from his Eileen's just a little bit too slow, and Flick has traveled through the auditorium with the food, and yeah, puts him back to full. Eileen then making a guess or two, but gains only heat for it.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Now Flick here cannot recall C, but that may not be an issue in what is now a 1v1.
Yeah.
It looks like Eileen has a lot of heat there as well, and hopefully he's not stuck in that door. Okay, they're not. That's good. And looks like definitely saw that transform even.
Wow.
Okay. That was a good throw with the 40 damage. But yeah, Flick's still winning that fight due to the heat. Once again, like just eats the whole area and gets their cover back.
Great passive play from Flick.
They are likely going for the extract because they know they healed more than Helene does, and the health advantage should be more than enough for them to take this.
Yeah, this is tough for Helene, I won't lie.
The turret goes out, using the tree as cover is great. Helene still has heat though,
Yeah.
and that is not an unexpected result. So Flick does take round 1 pretty handily. They also got the podium points, so they're going to have a huge lead going into round 2.
Yeah, very well played from Flick. Just great knowledge on how to use that weapon. And, you know, the danger sense, very good on that map. Very good on every map. It's a very good ability.
Yeah, we definitely saw it in there being incredibly useful. We saw it, it definitely led straight to the goose kill for sure.
Yes, definitely.
We're going to say it led to the Renji kill.
Yeah, just for engagement, I guess.
Yeah, all right. So our scores are coming in here in the background. Our scorekeeper's already hard at work with that. And we'll get to see. I think we all know probably, I think it's easily assumed that Flick is going to have the most points. And Rufus, I believe, didn't get any. So we know who's at the top and the bottom.
I don't think Renji got any points either, but
Well, let's see. Well, one thing we will have to see is with our draft mode. Oh yeah, I didn't actually finish the draft mode. Initially, it was based on the trivia, which we might read out some of later. But the all future drafts will be based on total scores, so total match points, in reverse order. So whoever has the least match points, whoever is the furthest from winning, will be picking first, and then all the way along until you get to whoever is currently the closest to winning will pick last. So that is how our draft system's going to work here. Of course, we can't implement that system until the scores are tallied here, so that's why you get to look at our beautiful faces here for a little bit longer.
yeah, but I just don't think the Madam play was the right choice from Renji. I'm just surprised at why he picked it. Like, if your first pick, you have to pick that Squire or Red. I know that he had the Danger Sense agreement on Squire, and maybe that's why he didn't want to play Squire, but you have to be playing Red here. It's when you have first choice, you need to be playing Red all the time, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a bit surprised the Madam came out first.
I mean, he could have
we'll
been
see
trying
what
to counter
happens.
other people. He could have been trying to counter other people like and Goose. You know, I think they both kind of play Madam pretty well.
Madam, yeah. There's
But
definitely that strategy as well, but I don't know if it worked out for them.
it's only game 1. Still many games to go. But just it didn't look good.
We'll see. We'll see the strategy coming out for our second draft. I do want to also see how the draft strategy evolves throughout the event.
Oh yeah.
Since we'll have many of these games.
Scores.
And here
Draft.
we go. So there's our scores along with
Oh my god.
our draft order.
23!
Yes.
23!
Like at 23 points, which is almost halfway to what's needed to be match point eligible. Egg there with 7, probably found those Cavalier kills. Vaz flooded Mars with 2, Helene with 1, and Renji, Rufus, and Goose all with the 0. So it looks like based on our draft tiebreakers, Goose is going first. I'm not sure if our tiebreakers led to any full ties. There's a slight chance.
It's
that,
Goose, Rufus, and Renji pick at the same time, right?
Are they picking at the same time?
Yeah,
yes,
'cause,
it is. Yeah.
0 points.
Actually, oh yeah, we have some full ties. I see it now. Yeah, so I guess let's talk about what happens in a full tie situation.
All right.
Over that one.
When people are tied on points, this probably won't happen again. but when people are tied on points, first of all, we put whoever has the most wins, they get to pick the character first. If they're both even in that, it goes, I think, by kills or terms. Anyway, it keeps on going through the kind of ties for the points until they can't. And when they're tied on everything, when and if they're tied on everything, they both get to choose a character, or in this case, all three of these people get to choose the characters at the same time. And if there are duplicate agents, they both get to play them.
Yeah, so this is likely never going to happen again, but it definitely could. But Venji, Goose, and Rufus are all picking at the same time. Therefore, all three of them can play the same agent, just because they're picking what's considered at the same time. And then also Mars and Raz in tied for third there are also going to be picking at the same time and may get the same agent. So we may only see 5 different agents in an 8-player draft game. It does look like there is some slight technical difficulties going on behind the scenes. So you have to deal with us for a little bit longer. The draft system is new and was tested, but live production is always a little bit harder. So while we're waiting for that, we can bring up some of the trivia questions I've been mentioning now and then about how the first draft was done. So there was a bunch of trivia questions. I'm not sure, roughly 15, maybe slightly less. I didn't count them. And they include questions like easy ones, hopefully, which is like, who is the producer of Spire Scrims? And what agent was the first major tournament based off of? Things such as that. And it looks like the draft is going again, so we'll go with that. So again, these first 3, always 0, are drafting at the same time, and therefore we got 2 squires at the start. Goose, unsurprising, grabs the Madam. I'm expected that to happen every time Madam's available and Goose is picking. We did get 2 squires, and Helene goes with the Hans, which is an interesting pickup I didn't really expect.
Yeah, I'm very surprised about that. But 2 squires, you should expect to see it. If it's not squire, it's red.
Yeah, I haven't seen a red yet in the top half of the draft.
We have.
Sorry, in this draft, we haven't seen a red yet until now. Raz and Flared Mars are picking, I believe, at the same time, and we got a double red.
Wow.
All right. Egg grabs the Cav again. They were on it last time and picked up 7 points, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we'll see what Flick gets. They grab themselves a Sasori.
Yeah, that's expected, I think. Whenever I did play against Flick, they were a very prolific Sasori player. They did very well. So we'll probably be seeing more of that skill on show. Speaking of Flick and skill, we didn't really talk about his performance last game, right? But people have been saying 5 kills from Flick. It's crazy, man. It's just the power of Squire, I guess, suppose.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we didn't actually do a MVS between rounds here, but most valuable spy is something we do sometimes. But not on this one, so we don't get the full breakdown from Flick's 23 points. But yeah, that was quite an impressive 5 kills from Flick. Now I'm just thinking, if I had this particular draft as Flick, you're against 2 squires, 2 Mars, or 2 squires and 2 Mars. 2 squires, 2 reds. I was looking at Mars's name for the red. A Cav who got a bunch of points last round is back on Cav. Goose on their main on the Madam. I understand the Sasori into the Madam pick maybe, but
Sasori into red
it
as well. You
is
know,
it that good
poison.
into the red? You tell me. You know more than I do about
Okay.
this.
Red's usually, or well, I say usually. Red has the option of, you know, taking, what is it, E2 to heal yourself? Or there's also E3 where you can heal yourself. I'm not sure, but it kind of shuts down that option if you 1v1 them and they do take the heal themselves. So that's good for Squire, or for Sasori ones. But I just think Sasori can be strong against a lot of these agents. Especially, I know this probably sucks to hear as the point leader, and you're giving other people points, but if you do lose the 1v1, and you poison them, they don't get the health from your spy pack.
True.
So, and sound eclipse, the food map.
Sound eclipse. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah. So. Oh right. Yeah. But I see it when the sound eclipse loaded in. The Sasori
Observer
started to make
race.
a little more sense. This is going to be an interesting observer race because they will be abusing a particular thing to get into observer mode slightly faster. We can see Observer 2 is in the lead already. Observer 1 is taking a moment. Don't try this at home.
Yeah, and Observer 1's a bit lost, but they have the spirit.
Observer 1 lost their cover and it broke the system. There it goes. So, of course, as we saw in round 1, the observers have to be dead to do the actual observing, which on 2 of the maps is not that easy with some death planes, but this was discovered to allow this to happen. There it goes. It's working once. This is still faster than waiting for Doug or Amber to shoot you.
I mean, maybe Doug's feeling a bit accurate today. Maybe Doug feels bad for... No,
and
doesn't matter.
There we go. The players are off. I just saw the chat, the Twitch chat.
Yeah. Anyway, we got Goose on the Madam. Oh, Goose on the Madam.
Scoreboard pop-up. Yeah, we're expecting big things from Goose on the Madam. They got first pick and they got their main.
Egg on Cav again.
Yeah, I do want to see a repeat performance from Egg on Cav. I feel like Cav isn't someone we see too often in scrims. Not that I follow scrims that much, but they had a really good breakout performance. And I want to see it again.
Staying true to the gentleman agreement, I think. Wait, or unless that's E2 actually, that might.
I wasn't looking. I'm not gonna lie. Nope, that's E2.
Yeah.
He immediately
gone against it.
Died to it once. Was like, that's enough.
Well,
he didn't first pick it last time. He was like, all right, here we go. Gloves are off.
There's the E3 from that gobbler. Well, you kind of just knew that was gonna happen as soon as you saw the agent picks.
It lasted longer than I thought it would.
But I think the Squire E2 smart on this map is it's a very long map. Also, I will say I'm surprised with the Sasori Vile picks. It's not like I did play Sasori a lot in my time. Vile was definitely not one of my first choices. I know it's good for spy checks, but
it has no range.
It does have range, but I always just preferred the poison like kind of tip. Yeah,
ever since they fixed the animation cants on the poison dart, like the poison your weapons expertise, it does seem better to me. But we've seen both Mars and now Flick take the poison vial, so maybe they know something we don't. Looks like this is gonna be a fast round 1 because we already saw one ball go down. We just saw the second chip get taken, and Renji here is already on the third one, grabbing the terminal. Oh, Mars is shooting at, looks like just guards. I don't see anyone else around. Maybe Raz just escaped from them.
I think maybe the guard is moving weird.
But yeah, round 1, or phase 1 of Sound Eclipse is already over.
very quick. So
Actually, the
Rad's gonna
Sasori
try.
vial on sound eclipse, you can poison like a whole table. Like you can get it around
That's
the
true,
entire
actually.
table. So it's less reliant on your aim a little bit, I think. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, I also do have trauma with the poison tip on this map. I remember it explicitly not working, so maybe that's why. Maybe they know that the vial always works or something. Maybe they know some Sasori tech that I don't.
It is interesting when you hit someone with the poison dart and they just don't get poisoned. That's definitely
Yeah.
happened to me before. A little walk past each other, Raz and Helene. No one's got too much stuff. Goose with a key card, Helene with literally nothing. We saw a very passive play from them before, so we see a repeat from them. Renji even only has their gold and blue, no key cards from them.
I believe Nutcobber is the first to enter the
nearby?
vault.
That is true. Egg also with their goal, kind of following Renji, not sure if they're aware.
Whoa.
Ooh, not great
They
movement
have to
from
know.
Renji. They're aware now. They just have to manage their own suspicion bar to chase him down, maybe? Raz is also now in the vault, getting chased down by Doug because they're in the wrong cover.
The dog sees them through the wall.
Through the wall. Nut Gobbler also sees this, though.
Oh.
Hits him once, but not for a ton of damage. Little chase.
Wow.
Raz got the heal off and their cover back, which is great on Shotgun Red, so now they get
Wow.
to use their passive twice.
Whoa, whoa.
Couple misses
Hold on.
from them, but it's Shotgun Red at close range, doesn't matter too much. Goose, however, with the third party takes
Very smart.
Nut Gobbler, or sorry, Raz out, so...
Yeah. Oh, fight. Helene versus Mars.
Flick's there as well, just NPCing best they can. Helene's low, but Mars, I think, also has a shotgun. Flick's gonna come clean this up, I bet. He's given a bit of a chase. Nope, has decided not to just yet. There's the poison vial. Two missed darts. Mars is on the run now. Flick's giving chase. Couple darts, not doing a ton of damage to him. Mars with the turnaround. He gets a little
Stop.
caught on the chair. Oh, that's disappointing. They were ready to turn and fight with the shotgun in that close range, and they just got
Helene
stuck.
got away scot-free.
Yeah, 30 HP on Helene, and they got to escape as well. Which is good for Flick, means more potential kills for them.
Does Renji know? Oh.
Egg's
Renji
gonna
don't
know in
take
a
the
second.
intel.
Egg's gonna know. Yeah, Renji's grabbing the intel now. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I think Renji might be
Oh.
guessing it's this Timothy. No. Okay, here
No.
comes the shots.
I'm
Egg
surprised
sees
Egg's
it's a
so
Squire
chasing.
and gives up. Interesting.
Maybe they just didn't get enough shots on Renji to feel confident.
Renji
in the
is
chase.
still at 80, so they didn't land a ton of damage on them.
Yeah. Still have a spike pack.
Yeah, I think Goose was at full health and literally couldn't grab that spy pack.
I don't know. Any cards being printed yet? I don't think. I
Goose is
heard one.
deep in there, but I don't hear one, and they seem to have a lot of intel.
I don't think I've even seen a printer. Oh, I see a printer.
There's one. But no one's grabbing that one, and I don't really blame them.
Yeah, it's very much in the open. A suspicious spy pack was in front of it. Dead agents in front of it.
There was 2 dead bodies next to it, so might be trapped.
I guess we're just
Goose.
pretending to
Egg
be
has now
workers.
found Goose, and they're just standing back to back. Oh, not the greatest of movement from Egg, but Goose.
I think they want to do that or the card. No, they don't.
Goose is
I
known
lied.
for their passive play. They definitely know. I doubt they go for this though. They're jumping down after them.
There must be a terminal in here. That's the only.
Goose
way-
snaps.
Okay.
Oh, they're waiting for them to print so that they don't have to waste the intel. Is that what's happening?
That's
This
pretty
is a
smart.
great spot to ambush them. We'll see here.
Egg doesn't know.
Egg
Wait.
definitely doesn't know. Goose definitely
Goose wanna
does
find the
know.
vault. I'm confused
would
on what
be
Goose
weird.
is doing.
Yeah, I feel like this is a great spot to ambush. Like, you've monitored that door for a while. You don't want them to grab the card and rush in. And now Benji's
Goose wants
on
the
their
third
way
party.
here.
Goose wants the third party. It's so smart. It's so unbelievably smart.
Renji is here. Will they see it? They do. Renji takes a shot first at Egg, and Goose's waiting has paid off. Gets the third party here, gets the gold keycard.
Okay, the
Renji
golden
does
gun.
escape. they can't chase down Renji. They do have the amped up Squire, as we know, and they are out of there. That shield probably saved Renji's life, but Goose does get a kill and the podium points for his patience.
Was it Renji who put it down? I assume it was, but that also
it was Renji's
denied
shield.
Renji the kill.
Yeah, or it would have broke when.
When they died. Yeah, it denied Renji the kill, so Renji lost out on the kill and lost out on the vault card.
I think Renji saw the madam appear and just decided to leave.
Yeah, also very smart.
I think the idea of the kill just was gone as soon as the third player appeared. So now we have Goose v Renji v, I believe someone's still outside the vault.
Flick and Helene?
Flick and Helene are both outside the vault. So.
They're very on top of each other.
Boy.
Goose is running into them.
Oh, Flick knows. Goose knows.
Whoa.
Come on, Goose. This is optimal package carrier strats. Helene versus Flick here. Flick with 10 HP now up to 35. Goose had to go through the vial to get there, but
huge.
Flick only with 25 HP.
No, Renji versus Goose.
Renji's here. No. Goose doesn't get the heal, but Goose does have the snap, and he is traced, but not by Renji. But he is poisoned, and that could give it away. Looks like Renji hasn't found the right person to poison this. We're off. Goose gets the full heal on the food at the door and does get away from Renji.
Very big play from Goose. Having the composure to stay like that when you're spotted and poisoned, when you have the case, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Renji should have picked Madam.
Wow!
The shield goes down real fast. Goose gets the drop on him, but runs out of ammo. Throws a flick. Throws a second snaps to someone else, probably trying to get their reload off. They're gonna chase down to try to get Renji, but they're running towards the food. Decide that's not a great idea. They're gonna go for the car call or some food here. Probably the car call first.
Yeah, call definitely, and then maybe do they have social?
They do have social in their purple, so Renji has healed to full based on, I believe, the food in the auditorium. Goose is vialing back to full health, but would expect Renji to be at full health by now. So this is kind of like a full reset to the fight. Yeah, there's the vials back up to their 110. Renji hanging out in the karaoke area. Goose with the passive 3 knows exactly where they are, even with only 1 intel. Goose snaps behind them. Is that gonna matter?
No intel.
Uses
no
their
intel.
last intel to figure out which NPC is Renji. Renji's running around because as soon as they step off, they know. Goose is going for it. Good range here for Goose. They both run out of ammo, both throw a punch. Goose throws the second punch and lands it on Renji for the win.
Goose is looking so good out there. I cannot believe how well they played that end game.
That was real. I was surprised when they didn't go for the card engage or the printer engage, and they got paid off huge for that. And then they did it again on the Hans Sasori fight, and then just did a third time on the point. They're taking down Renji's Squire. Honestly, Renji should have just played. I don't know why he didn't pick Madam. You know.
Yeah, honestly, like maybe Madam would have saved him there. So
he had first pick. Why didn't you just pick Madam?
And like, according to his gentleman's agreement, like he wasn't even supposed to be playing the E2. So maybe if Renji plays Madam next time, then maybe the outcome will change. But
one thing I think we do know is Flick didn't get a lot of points this time. We definitely saw them in the vault. We think that they got 1, maybe 2 kills. But we'll see the change in scores there. They were only at, only quote unquote at 23 points after the first round. So we'll see if anyone made some significant gains on them.
Yeah, well, once again, that Goose got up in Renji's face, and I don't know if Renji feels super pressured to aim when it's such a close-up fight. But I know I always struggle when a target is right in front of me. But just that pressure from Goose is crazy. And even when Goose ran out of ammo, I would not think to just follow Renji with melees, because I'd be too scared to keep on engaging when I don't have ammo. But Goose kind of just goes into it. And that's what won him the game, I guess.
Renji was also we did see the Squire reloading, so they were both out of ammo there right at the end.
Yeah.
Goose just went for the melees, and Renji went for the reload, and I don't think Goose was all that low. One thing, Renji did have the weapon 3 Squire, which is a little more of the precision than we saw Flick's weapon 1 earlier, right? Like the weapon 3, you really want to land those headshots versus body shots just because of its slower fire rate. And if you're landing mostly body shots on the Madam, then it is more of a precision weapon. You got to be landing those headshots.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be scared to be fighting up close against the Squire, but like I think Goose knows what he's doing. Won the game.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, Goose picked that fight range, right? He snapped away
It was
and
twice.
could have picked whatever range they wanted for the fight, and picked up close and personal, and that is the effective Madam range. The Madam Weapon 1 they were on there actually has a pretty low fall off range. Well, I think it's 15 meters, which is far enough, but yeah.
I don't know, but it's just a good display.
Yeah, that was
skill.
a great display. That's a great display of why if Goose gets on the Madam, we'll see some great Madam play, and I do expect Madam to be taken before Goose gets the draft pick almost every other round from now on. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets stolen away from them fairly frequently here.
I'm just assuming that maybe Renji's going to play on the Madam again to counter the Goose. Now that Renji has seen how to play Madam, maybe can take some pointers into the next match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, learns from that experience, and well, we'll see. Sounds like scores are ready here, if I heard production right. Oh, maybe I lied. Maybe I lied. All right. There they are. All right, no one at 0 points. That's great. Can we talk about Goose, though? So we saw Flick got 23 in round 1. Goose was at 0, notably, before round 2 here. Jumped to 21 match points. So Rufus still gets to pick first here. Grabs the Squire. Do we have any ties here to talk about? Just checking. No, so it is in that order. There is no true ties like there was last round. So probably we'll never see one of those again.
Well, don't count it out, but
it becomes much more unlikely from this point on.
Yeah. Anyway, we see Squire straight away. I'm not surprised.
Mars grabs the Sasori, which is not surprising as they are a Sasori main, but it is a little interesting because there's always that pick of, do you pick your main or you try to take someone else's main away that maybe you're not quite as good at, but you know. Helene also picks an agent they're known for in Ace. I think this is the first Ace we've seen.
Yeah.
I think actually, I just realized, I believe Squire has an over 100% pick rate because we saw 2 of them. Renji grabs the Vigil, which is not something we see often, but I know they have been practicing some cool Vigil techs.
Yeah, they've actually been
I'm kind of
really
excited
clean.
to see what they pull out. Yeah. Vaz grabs the Madam. Egg's 3rd game on Cavalier here. They keep leaving it for it keeps being left for them. They've picked pretty high in the order all 3 times and still gotten it. Goose with Red made it to 2nd last in the draft, and Goose was able to grab that since their Madam's taken. And Flick is left with only a few agents to choose from. Let's see what they pick up here. Chavez coming out is really interesting because from the agent cash out event, we know that Chavez is not the most popular pick for agent, as Chavez was the last agent to get cashed out in that event, I believe.
I'm excited to see RNG play the Vigil because I know they do God's work on that. I'll get like ridiculed for saying this, but I do think Vigil's weapon 3 is very similar to Ace's weapon 1. In a way that I guess RNG can switch the skill from Ace to Vigil. Does that make sense? I think it does.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Also, we are going to Diamond Spire, notably, which I believe has some interesting vigil techs with the. Maybe I shouldn't give stuff away before everyone's loaded in, actually. In case anyone's listening, I don't want to be like, here's what's gonna happen. Well, I'll wait to shout some stuff out that I've seen Renji practicing on specifically Diamond Spire. Once it's less likely our players are listening.
Yeah, definitely.
I would hate to give something away in the, you know.
Yeah, especially since Renji's only on 3 points, you know, he needs this.
I really want to see this work out. I want to see this work out for them. That scoreboard's not up to date. There it goes. All right, so that's our current scores. So they are Diamond Spire, another one of those decently easy maps for our observer team to get into observing mode on. We did see right there at the end that the Chavez is going to have All-Star because they All-Starred our observer and definitely didn't have time to switch off of that. So I'm excited to see someone get All-Starred off of the Diamond Spire.
I hope it does happen. But before we see any gameplay, we might get to see the observer race.
All right, we got the picture-in-picture. Okay, well, one observer is way closer than the other.
Well, I don't know. Observer 2 can still get this. Come on, Observer 2.
I don't know.
I believe in you.
They're closer than I thought. It's closer than I thought it would be. Observer 2 knows the map. All right. The Observer 1 wins their first observer race.
Good for them. They should get a medal.
And here we go. Match 3 of our Agent Draft Invitational here. Mostly to remind myself, there will be a short break after this match for our players and casters to catch their breath. Looks like Egg hasn't changed anything on their Cav loadout in 3 games. They've played the exact same thing 3 times. We did see Renji on the Vigil with the GCG, the big blast knockback gun, and immediately is in a fight with Nut Gobbler the Squire, and has weapon 3. And I am betting that they are on the passive 3 from Vigil, the one that can lock doors, because that is what I've seen some practice of with them come out. Some interesting ways to lock doors on this map. May not be obvious and are very useful, especially if they happen to have the package. A couple people in and around, where's the C here? Ihelan, they're grabbing some intel. Actually shoots Raz first, though, and shoots last as well. Yeah, that was quite the play. Goose is just outside and does take the shots, and 3 HP on Ihelan, and yeah, they do go down. Bit unlucky there if my lane does land some beautiful shots, but Goose right outside the door, unfortunately. Now Nut Gobbler is right outside the door on a Squire. They look like they're hacking their way in. Definitely know who's this. Goose sees, but Nut Gobbler, notably, that's one-way glass, so can't actually see where Goose is. They just know that there's a loud red in there. Flick grabbing themselves the second terminal. The first terminal has already been done by Egg. I believe that was E. And yeah, Renji, it looks like they're grabbing the third terminal here at B. So another fast round 1. And Goose grabbed themselves a key card, and they have enough intel to grab either the purple or the blue, but I don't think both. So we'll see what they actually leave that with. Mars here takes some swipe at Doug. There is no player around here, just was in the wrong disguise and needed to fix that real quick. And now all the players know that phase 2 is about to start. Goose goes for their blue over their purple, but does, of course, get the keycard. Flick stopping back in here for a reason, probably just to look around. Now Gobbler finally finds Goose, has waited so long for Goose, and Goose tries to make a grand escape, but I was gonna say doesn't quite make it, but actually cleans up Nut Gobbler on the Squire there. And,
oh no!
Oh
wow.
no! Well, he went down shooting.
I think Goose has been feeling the gun so much that like they just want to shoot anyone,
I'm
and they
not
kind of get
totally sure what
overheated.
happened. I think something must have happened in
Um,
between when our observer switched because
I don't know. They just started
they
shooting. Maybe
didn't
weird
cover that?
movement.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't know if they were back at full health when they started shooting again.
Definitely not.
So a bit odd there from Goose, but at least from our perspective, I feel like we did miss something. Rufus did show up in chat here to say that they ran out of bullets. They ran out of ammo.
Oh, I see.
And that is
Well,
how Goose took that victory, though. The surprising upset. Egg is already printing.
yeah, this is really
and
fast.
That was a pretty quick start. Mars, I don't think just
it's
built the
slow
file. I
game.
think that was an audio thing. Yeah, it's interesting.
No, they threw it at the.
Did they throw it? Okay.
They threw it at the room, the purple room.
Oh,
But
yes, that makes sense.
I'd be surprised if there was someone in there at this stage of the game.
Yeah, that is a bit of an interesting use of that ability. Eggs got the printer. I don't think anyone else even printed. Mars isn't even in the vault. Venji's not in the vault, and Flick like just entered, and I think is kind of just hanging out near the lobby area there. So
I do think Mars just went in.
looks like they are on their way in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone will know in a second that that the package was taken. We know that Egg has it. Definitely sees Flick and likely Mars down there. I'm not sure if Renji is in range. They seem kind of far away over there.
Yeah, I don't think they see Renji yet. Maybe Renji wants to keep themselves hidden, but they are pushing right now.
They did see them there for sure. We saw it pop up in the observer thing. So they would know now that it's a 4-person game. Or likely a 4-person game.
Yeah. Egg might want to try... Or, well, no. I thought they were going to try and shoot maybe Flick or Renji to get them to fight.
I think we saw Flick back off, and we know Renji's pretty far away. I think trying to take... Oh, never mind. Flick and Renji getting in a fight here. Chavez versus Vigil, the GCG away. Renji going for the health because they only have 8 left. Flick knows exactly the play, and does the hack go off in time? It does not, and Flick takes the victory. At the same time, Egg does take the fight to Flighted Mars. The sword comes out. Only one more sword swipe will make Egg go down,
nice
but
try.
the Cavalier DPS does come out victorious again. I don't think Flick would have been close enough to hear that, and it's
like that
now a
round,
2-person game.
That's honestly crazy to me. I'm surprised that Flick... That Elite Douglas just jumped. I'm surprised that Flick knew that it was a Renji.
I didn't get a good view because it was in the picture-in-picture and I was focused on Egg, but I'm gonna assume there was some movement on the door that Renji came through.
Maybe.
When we eventually upgrade to get instant replay, I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
get that going. Flick is making a bit of an odd run. Egg is going hunting and rather than choosing to extract. Flick on the way back. Egg does not scan to see it. Gets a bit confused by where Flick is going, just as I am, I assume. And Egg chooses to fake up. I think they're just trying to get Flick into a fight, but Flick not really taking the bait here.
They want the kill.
Which is kind of risky because, like, if Egg had have just left there, Flick is on their way now. They would have had a decent shot of calling the vehicle and getting out before Flick could meaningfully like mount a defense. Even now, well, if they had Spyglass here, they could definitely try. They are just trying to use their expertise to bait the door. Flick, however, is not taking the same exit, and they would know that after scanning. So Flick does actually make it to the roof first. Egg still in the vault even and heading back the other way. I think Egg just really wants to take this fight, almost to their detriment.
Like, I think they don't want to extract is the main thing. They don't want to have a fight at the extract, or they didn't want to. And that's why they were kind of playing passive like that.
Yeah, I mean, catching them on a door with a turnaround is kind of nice. Like, they come through the door, you shoot them, the door closes behind them, they can't really escape. Flick definitely saw that. um, and is on their way down. But yep, Flick on their way down to the bottom floor. Bounce pad to catch them. I wonder if they missed a jump or that was intentional. I'm gonna go with that was intentional because Flick doesn't seem like the type to miss a jump.
Never know. But now Egg can go to the top floor extract.
Oh, Vaz in the chat does make a good point. We know Flick is on the All-Star, and all Diamond Spire extracts are All-Star vulnerable. So this may be a play to not get All-Starred off the map. Well, the gazebo is a little more difficult down at C, but definitely up here at A. Definitely at B and A, for sure, are quite easy to All-Star someone over the glass there.
Yeah.
C is not even, it's just that if you happen to be under the gazebo and get caught by the roof there. We'll see if an A call does come out here. Flick on their way up. Okay, there's the spyglass to call A, and they head down a floor here. So that could be on Egg's brain. They don't want to get all starred off the map, and I wouldn't either. Thought they were about to get caught in the door.
I don't know. I think it'd be really hard to get all-star at A. I thought there was a wall protecting it.
It's not that high. I've seen it happen.
Maybe if you get like an all-star on the stairs or something.
Yeah, like if you got to be like on the point. It's yeah. If you're fighting like not directly on the point, but yeah.
Bit of a slow play, I guess.
See, a little cat and mouse game. Flick looking through the glass volley to try to catch who Egg's disguised as. Egg heading down to C point, it looks like, trying to do a quick A to C. Chavez expertise too, notably not the fastest to travel down, but we know Flick does have a bounce pad, so they do invest the bounce pad in heading up the roof. If Egg calls C here, Flick's gonna take some damage getting down, or they have to go reclaim their bounce pad. And looks like they're opting for the slightly slower way with less damage. They should still have enough time to get all the way down, and they do.
Fight!
And fight here exactly where Egg wants it. They do get thrown a little bit to the side. They do get the reload off.
Overheal?
Good fight from Egg. Actually, kind of perfect. That was pretty much exactly what Egg wanted. Fight on their terms.
They played the ping very well. They just got pinged when they started shooting. Yeah. Or they would have been pinged when they started shooting. Well, you already get pinged when you shoot, but...
Yeah, that was actually an excellent fight. So as they forced the Chavez to the ground floor to chase them through a door. We talked about the door already, and just... They did get all-starred, which threw off their aim a little bit, but just landed the shots, and not a lot the Chavez can do about it.
Yeah, that was just really well played. It was slow play, so maybe there was a bit of frustration from Flick, but still very well played.
Could be for sure. We're now going to throw it to a break, I believe. So we'll be back in a couple minutes with more Agent Draft.
Bye!
we're back from our break here. Scores have been tallied, draft has been set up, and we are back from a break after an exciting game 3. And we did do some statistics off screen. You're welcome. And I did just want to talk about Squire and Red pick rates. So because of the tie, the true tie, the two true ties, Squire actually has 130% pick rate, and so does Red, because they've appeared in. There's been 4 of them in 3 games.
That's honestly, you know, when you get the chance to pick Squire Red, you take it.
Apparently, along with Cavalier, Madam, and Sasori all have 100% pick rate, so they've been in every game, and then pretty much every other agent has been in one of the 3 games, which is pretty interesting that it's only been 3 games and we've already seen every agent at least once.
Yeah, I'm happy. At least every agent is getting a bit of love.
Always good to see. Yeah, notably, also interestingly, we talked about Squire appearing 4 times in 3 games. Squire has a pick order number of 125, which means usually picked first and sometimes like second. Like,
Yeah, well, I guess you ruined that score. It would have been first, like if someone didn't pick Madam first in the first game, but we live and we learn.
Yeah, Red has the same pick rate, but has a pick order number of 425, so they picked about 4th, but still gets picked every time. So that's I do expect that Red pick order number to go up.
It has to, right?
I mean, Hans currently has a pick order of 2, which means they get picked second if they get picked, I guess.
Seriously?
That's what the stats say.
That
assuming I'm
right.
reading them correctly.
No, that can't be right.
I'm also not sure if that can be right, because Hans has been picked once in 3 games and they were picked 4th. So not sure how they got a pick number of 2, but that's what the stats I'm being told say. Anyway, on to the actual draft. Everyone's in basically the same spot, except Goose and Egg did switch there. And the draft is already going. We see Rufus once again grabbing the Squire, exact same thing they did last time. Mars grabbing the Sasori, exact same thing they did last time. Which I gotta say is kind of interesting from both. I know Rufus got in a really close fight and kind of died due to having to reload. But I'm kind of surprised to see them grab the Squire again. Mars didn't have an amazing game on the Sasori, but do main it, so it's not too surprising. Helene grabs the Hans there for, I believe, the 2nd time from them. Renji steals the Cav, haven't seen them. The late Red is come out from Raz. We've seen them on Shotgun Red a number of times, and I'm still kind of surprised it made it to 5th in the draft.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on what Egg's gonna do. I don't really know how she plays, but I assume Goose is taking Madam.
Yeah, Madam's available here. Yep, there's the Madam coming out.
I don't know if Egg is a Madam player, but I know they have been playing Cav this whole time, so...
Yeah, they've played 3 games on Cav. So, what's their second pick when all this is already gone? They've also been performing well on Cav. It's not like they've got 30 points and they've only managed to play Cav. So it's probably good someone's taking it away from them.
Okay, and switches agents with Renji.
All right, they get a Vigil out. Yeah, little swap. And Flick grabs themselves Larson to round out our draft. And we're going to Silver Reef for this game. So I feel like Larson's a pretty good pickup here, because if you do have a Silver Reef moment, you at least have an invis and can run.
Yeah. I do like the Vigil on this map as well. I don't know what Egg is gonna do for the weapon passive expertise choices, but I do I love running bounce bat 1.5 on Vigil, the GCG or whatever it's called.
It is
The
certainly
egg.
fun.
I used to think it was called the egg.
The
But
egg.
yeah, it's not. It's not called the egg. Maybe that's why Egg is playing Vigil. Well,
All right, sorry, ran out of but my brain just like turned off for a second. Forgot I was, talking at this point. All right, Goose breaking out the diamond skin there, just to
yeah, love that.
show
Yeah,
off
the
a little
scores
bit.
up. There's only Egg and Goose who switched places from last round.
It looks like
Egg.
pretty close top three here. Flick's still climbing. Like they've gained, they got 23 in the first round and 10 in the next two combined. So like they're still moving their way to 55. Not quite as fast as they started. But yeah, right now it does kind of seem like whoever wins the round gets a lot of points and jumps them up a bunch of places because the top three and the bottom five are all very close.
Yeah. Yeah, if possible, I'd like to see another winner. I know there's already been three, but like let's make them be four new winners, you know? Observer race.
This is another map where you have to use special techniques to get into observer mode here.
Observer one scams another win, I think.
Bait box usage there to not break cover and get the guards too far out of their original position.
Wait.
Maintain some integrity.
Observer 2, wait, it's genius.
Observer 2 implementing the all-star to get there slightly faster and actually is going to be ahead.
Observer 2 has 10 times the movement of Observer 1, as we can see
Observer
right
1
here.
is struggling. It finally goes for them, and then there it goes. And notably, still faster than having Doug shoot you.
And it's live. We are here.
All right, players are off. Players are off. They're like, Raz unsurprisingly shotgun on with the heal, Egg with the weapon 1 and the GCG.
Egg in the egg.
Easy entrance.
whoa.
Helene's right there though, and I'm surprised Egg didn't make a run for that as well, because I definitely would.
Egg probably didn't expect it.
And let's see, Goose is on their kind of main loadout if I had to pick one of those. Boy, we're flipping fast. Those from Renji are the Hydras, the weapon 2, the 20 to the body, 40 to the head, kind of precision cavalier guns, not the fast firing ones we usually see. Goose with the excellent snap. Actually, I don't think Egg knows at all. Egg's going to try to follow Goose in because he thinks it's a real NPC. And I'm pretty sure Egg is confident this is a real NPC. No way. I know Goose is so patient, but... Oh, Egg takes a kill there. Goose is going for the third party, gets the shots off, does get through the door before it closes. Egg down to 17, but takes Goose out with the quick turnaround. Excellent, just excellent play from Egg there. Gets 2 quick kills. Looks like there was a fight on the other side of the map as well.
You could say that was excellent, you know?
And yeah, that is Raz's body we see there, and Renji did take them down. So I was memeing on them a little bit about the Hydra's pickup, but apparently they can use it at least off camera.
Yeah, well, maybe it's the camera pressure. Maybe we should just stop observing them, so they perform better. Is that a thing for them?
Must be.
We have Gobbler here. Wait, is Mars going into Mars is in E or A?
All right, Observer
And
2 is now locked on Orin because Caster
we wish
Curse
them,
is real.
yeah, we wish them bad performances. I guess.
I mean, what do you do if you don't follow the VIP all the time?
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Egg's 2 kills there because that gun does not start with a lot of ammo, and they made it work. I'm not
I
sure
love
how
that
much they
gun.
picked up before that fight, but yeah, I'm always
Well,
worried about running out of ammo on that gun personally.
they definitely picked up a lot after the first kill because like the split pack ammo. But
True. All right, Mars grabs our second terminal here. Gobbler Squires is kind of roaming. Egg's in C here, but isn't doing much with that. And Flick looks like they're playing real passive. Again, they are on the Larson. Maybe they're just trying not to have a Silver Reef moment happen to them. They definitely saw the A secret exit open, though. But it appears to be a visual bug, maybe just for our Observer, because on Mars's side, it's definitely close.
we have a T back from Mars as well.
I'm not sure if Egg actually did the terminal or left it. Looks like they did it because they already had a chip, so they didn't have to grab one, and that's another fairly quick phase 1. This one a bit more bloody than the last 2, though, I believe.
That's it tends to be on this map. Like it's a brawl spot used to be food court, and now we see a lot of brawls at that A vault, the A term.
Now we see why Renji picked the Cav. Here comes the passive 1 kicks just for the race to the printer. He's got the key cards for it. He's just gonna kick all the way down. Probably search some purple rooms, and this should be, assuming he finds it in one of the first like 2 purple rooms. And he's got the E2 there to check for printers. Yeah, this should be an easy printer for Renji. He's already got it. And Egg is just now entering the vault. There seems like Flick got in a bit of a kerfuffle, but looks like no one's died.
No, it was Egg and Flick who must have fought.
Yeah, Flick is disengaged and gone to heal. Egg's gone in and is likely going to heal in the vault, so not much going on there. All right, and yeah, a couple of the more passive players are grabbing stuff outside the vault. Benji grabbing some intel so that when they do get the case, they'll have intel to use. There we go. My stream was having an issue, but I fixed it. No problem. Looks like Flooded Mars has gotten another little fight. Egg's chasing, but there's a ton of food down there. I bet Egg backs off because they are well aware of that. Oh, they're going in. Egg shots on Mars, and shield comes out, sword comes out. 1 sword swipe is all it takes, and Mars actually takes that kill, kind of crushing Egg, who already had picked up some nice kills. A bit unfortunate they aren't going to be able to get more than that, but good points for Mars coming out.
Yeah. Orange just getting some intel. I wonder if he saw the fight.
He likely saw it, or at least saw the end of it. Looks like Mars has backed off pretty far. But it does look like they're thinking about re-engaging. Sasori is a kind of aggressive character, in my opinion, so that's not a big surprise. Plus, if you're in one of these hallways, the Vial does quite well. Flick and Nut Gobbler kind of passing each other. We'll see if Nut Gobbler takes the shot there, and they do. Flick immediately just hits the button to get away here. That move speed coming in clutch, but this happens to be where Renji is with the package. We'll see if they're able to take advantage. It doesn't look like it because they're mid-fight with Mars, who did end up engaging. 5 HP left on Mars, and Renji does take that victory. Flick is in the area, has healed up by now, at least a little bit with all the food around. Renji does a really smart retreat into the package room, no one else even having a keycard, though I believe those doors are going to auto open here shortly, so not safe for too much longer. And it does look like Flick is backed off at least a little bit, though it's still in the area. Renji not leaving through the tunnels. Don't want to get sandwiched between Rufus and Flick. They would be a pretty bad spot to be.
Yeah. Renji's just kind of playing the slow game while... Like...
Yeah, Flick's kind of just hanging out over here. Unless they're hacking this purple, which would be a little bit interesting. I guess their purple is important. I'm not sure exactly which it is for them, but it was important enough for them to stop and do it. Renji didn't really take advantage of them waiting. But again, it's difficult position because you don't want to get trapped between...
Oh, no, I know what Renji wants to do. He wants to take the one. Maybe. Or maybe I'm lying.
Not sure. He's jumping between the sides of the vault here, though. I believe those doors do auto open after time, though I thought it would have been by now. So maybe Silver Reef doesn't do that.
Not sure.
It does take a fair amount of time.
And Flick's running out of the vault? No. Runs back in. Running around the rooms. I don't know. If I was RNG, I'd take the one with Flick because Gobbler's nowhere to be seen.
I think you do have to take the 1v1 with Flick down, because if you try to leave and then you get stuck with Flick on one side and Gobbler on the other, you're in a bad spot.
The only reason I think RNG doesn't want to take the fight is that Flick is playing Larson. So it's K-Steel and like, you know, poof.
Oh, absolutely. It's a tough spot to be in here.
But again,
if you really didn't want him on the Larson, you should have taken it away from him. That's
true.
And it goes all the way back to the draft, right?
Arns has Cav Kick, so you can always keep up with Flick.
Yeah, does have Cav Kick. He has made his way up. Gobbler's here in the donut. Flick, I believe, is still... Oh, no. Flick's made their way up, and I thought they were running at each other, but I was very wrong.
Whoa.
Gobbler taking the first shot there, I believe. Flick definitely hears that. Orin going for the food, but most of that's already gone from a previous fight. Grabs some ammo for themselves and heads into the back rooms area of the vault.
Good thing they have purple food.
Yeah, it only takes one bit of food for a big heal when you have that chip. I said chip.
Whoa. Again, Gobbler's just contesting stairs, so like...
Yeah, Gobbler has said that one of the reasons they are picking Squire is specifically to spite Renji, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes a little hard for this. Does get traced and back off, though, probably a good idea. Don't really want to walk face first in the Cavalier's guns while they have you traced. Owen does take a shot, though, but picked the wrong person. They are currently running on 0 intel, which is why they take a bit of a guess. They grabbed themselves in 1, and hopefully that's enough. Flick is kind of behind them. Again, this is a situation where Owen can get caught between 2 agents, so they do kind of take this escape route out. They did scan, see that, and head towards the donut section here. To grab a bunch more intel. Again, having case with no intel is pretty much all downsides. So, the car did auto call, and Renji now has 4 minutes and 20 seconds to get out of here with the case. So, we'll see what happens. Does look like Flick and Gobbler have both, are just kind of giving space. They're both outside the vault, more or less, at this point. So, Orin still has to push into them, but no longer can get caught between them, at least right this second. Renji thinks better of going out that door, because Flick's on one side and Gobbler's on the other. Though, this middle door is not too much better. Gobbler's still there, and Flick's not too far from it. This is where the
know.
car is, though, right at B. Does get a
Right.
civilian disguise, that'll be helpful. And the fact they're just out this far means that they, Oh, yep, ping goes off, and the squire shots come out like immediately, but the first few miss. The precision cavalier weapon coming out, but we're doing some, Oren is just on a run for it after bounce padding, and, I believe has escaped, except Flick's here too. Owen's forced to
Fight?
turn and fight.
Like, went to the bathroom.
Flick's into the bathroom, but
okay.
the E2 takes up the entire bathroom and he gets nice trace on him. Flick forced to use their
after
expertise,
him?
but the kicks do keep up. And Flick notably not able to steal the case, though either Owen still has it with a little bit of heat and a lot of health here once the health files back up. Gobbler, meanwhile, I believe is just hanging out near the point. More than willing to third party whatever happened from that. Flick able to get back to full health at a health station. Owen taking a couple shots at Gobbler, but Gobbler able to get easily behind a wall and nothing too bad is happening. Flick, once again, if Owen jumps down, he's between Flick and Gobbler. Like, this isn't really planned by those two, but they are sandwiching Owen fairly well, somewhat accidentally.
Yeah.
2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left on our timeout clock. Owen making a play for, I believe this is C, yep. Slightly better than the middle of the map of B. And with the kicks, you might be able to get away with doing a C to A play, but you do have a expertise 3 Larson, so you're not really gonna make it unless you take them out first. Gobbler taking a few shots from the bathroom. Owen returns some fire. Flick is on the balcony up above, but doesn't look like they want to jump down and join. The kicks come out to close the gap. Benji's not taking too much damage, and yeah, Owen does get the kill, doesn't lose too much health, and then immediately runs into Larson. Escape through the bathroom. Those kicks coming out again. Even though they are pretty much just as fast as Larson's expertise 3, they don't have a cooldown the same way, and
Fight.
he is able to escape. Flick going for the steal, takes him 3 different melees, but he does get it and then gets the poof away, but he's going back to the bathroom. Owen lands awkwardly on the wall. The shield comes out, great block. Owen cannot hit the weak point, and now Flick, it has a minute 20 to escape with the package. Great steal coming out. Really didn't see that one coming. Flick a bit low, but like doesn't really matter when it's a 1v1 and you know where the other is. There's also the cake stand right here, up to 75, 85, and all the cakes in the display. And I believe Flick actually takes the first few shots, but does miss. And now Owen's returning fire. Playing who's ever on the inside of this food stall is likely going to be winning that fight, and that's why Flick blacks off. 40 HP to spare and 40 seconds to make an extract. This one looks like it's primed for a timeout. Flick's going for the heal in here. Oren does use their expertise here to try to track him, but they weren't quite quick enough, and they're both at full HP. 25 seconds now. Someone's got to make a play. There is no time to move the car anywhere else. It's got to be this point, and it's got to be now. In fact, Flick may need to use their expertise just to get there in time. Once Flick's on the point with the package, it will pause the timer, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to step off at all. All right, they don't have to use their expertise. They have 4 seconds off the thing to play with. Oren lands some good shots. Flick right down to 50, down to 9. That was a nice headshot from Oren. And Oren takes the body and the package to victory.
So much happened. Too much happened, bro.
There was a lot going on at the end.
I couldn't keep up. There's just fight after fight. There was steal, then a long chase, another fight around the food. So much happened. I was just letting you do the talking. I was so entranced by like everything that was going on. But a great win from Aaron. Like, I thought this match would have been a very big mental point for him, because especially after you grab the case, like the match is going so slow. You're not really taking your one, and then you kind of get squished between these two players. I almost certainly felt like it would have been a mental kind of point for me, and if I had lost that, it just would have been bad. But he kind of kept his composure, even after lost the package. Kept it cool, chase flick down, and got the kill, and then got the win. So, big game by RNG.
Yeah, very big game by him. I thought it was going to time out for a while though. But yeah, Flick managed to get on the point with a couple seconds to spare, and Benji also managed to get to the point in time. And yeah, I was really ready for the timeout to happen.
Yeah, and clearly RNG doesn't falter under observation, I guess. He's cracked that theory because we were watching him that whole game, and he played pretty well.
Okay, and as always, our scorekeeper is working behind the scenes. And shout out to our whole behind the scenes team here, who really do make this whole event happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that doesn't always get shown very well on the broadcast, but there's a lot of work going on. We thank them for it and make our job looking easy.
Thank you to everyone behind the scenes, apart from observer number one.
If observer number one would win a couple more of these observer races, you know?
Yeah, like that race in the aquarium, it should have been in the bag, and you just lost it, man. What happened?
All right, yeah. Believe our scores are pretty much done. We have gone through our. Nope, sorry, that was 4 of our 5 maps. So our final map is Fragrant Shore during the day for our match 5 here. And we're just waiting to see our draft order of our match 5. And looks like that's coming up here in a moment.
Scores. Nope, not scores.
No, not that one.
Jump scare.
All right, we got to take someone off the thank you list, you know. There's the draft. All right. We do see Renji moving up to 3rd place, 27 points to their name. Egg actually moving into 1st, overtaking Flick. They have 37, Flick 35. Goose only 1 point out of 3rd, 26. Mars with 8 picked themselves up some good points. Vaz with 7, Helene with a 6, and Rufus with 2, I believe, for a couple games in a row now. Does get the first draft. We'll see if they change strategy. They have been picking Lars, or not Lars, they have been picking Squire the last few. They do grab the Larson here this time. A bit of a change of strategy from them, and Helene grabs the Ace. So Squire dropping rapidly in the
pecking order.
In the pick order here. I expect, yep, there it is. Squire to come. I was gonna say Squire to come out in the next like 2. So Sasori is available for Mars. We'll see if they grab it again. That has been their kind of go-to.
I don't know. They might feel a bit of a change up, but I'm not them, so I won't know. But I'd change it up a bit.
They have changed it up. They've grabbed the Madam for themselves. Notably, Goose was next up in the order, so that might have had something to do with it.
Hey, but I mean, Goose could go on
good
the
agent
now.
for themselves and keeping Goose off that.
Or the red. And it was
Goose does grab themselves the red. Red still always picked, but much later in the draft than. It's still picked 5th or so, 4th or 5th. Renji grabbing themselves an Octo for... It is our Fragrant Shore game. Is Octo particularly high-powered on this map?
I do like Octo on Fragrant Shore. I like Octo on majority maps, but...
Flick grabbing some Sasori for themselves. We've seen them play this before, and I was going to say it, but Egg grabs the Cavalier. Someone left it for them. Guys, Egg has grabbed like 30 some odd points on Cavalier so far, and doesn't really seem like they're stopping. So, leaving that...
I'm so surprised.
I'm a bit surprised that, like, they've played 3 games on Cav. and you grabbed good points each game. They're in first. Also, they did show great capability on Vigil as well. So maybe like you can't take them off both agents. I don't know. It seems like the draft was focused on other areas for this particular draft. No one really looked at no one really targeted Egg. It looks like.
Yeah. Here's a stat I just want to say. Out of all the matches, all the games that have been played, the one agent who has won the most games has been Cav. So them being seen picked 8th is crazy to me. Like, it might be the players. Obviously, it's the players. But maybe one of these players should try the Cav and just see if it works.
Well, Orange did it last game and won.
Exactly.
And then left it to last. Like, no one picked up Cav.
It's back-to-back Cav wins.
Our player who's played Cav the most currently has the most points. Cav won the last match and it goes 8th. Like,
yeah, 2 games in a row, Cav's won, and we're drafting them 8th.
I don't know. Like,
I guess it's not conventional. Like, the conventional is obviously Squire and Red, but
I do agree that it does seem to be the play for this match, like for this tournament. Like,
maybe
at some point someone's got to look at it and go, hang on, maybe we just grab it so no one else does.
Exactly. Like, at some 8th is crazy when the agent with the most wins is being drafted 8th. Like, no one's even trying to stop it.
I want to talk a little more about the Octo, because I have a couple theories I want to talk. Number one, we did see Ace already leave, and Octo does have weapon 3, which is very similar to an Ace weapon.
Yeah.
And it's Fragrant Shore. We know the Fragrant Shore Ace thing. But also, the sight lines on Fragrant Shore are like longer than any other sight line, and Octo goggles are your entire sight. So like, I feel like they're best on this map. Oh my god, Observer 1 got the good spawn.
Observer 1, oh, Observer 1's so lucky. Luck pilled, bro.
I feel like when Observer 2, you ever get when Observer 2 wins, it was skill, but when Observer 1 wins, it's just luck. You ever realize that?
Well, obviously Observer 2 has more skill than Observer 1. Like, Observer 2, just greater map knowledge in general.
I do like that they ran to the yacht. I'm pretty sure it was also closest, but we did get to see the yacht. Anyway, Raz on the E3 Squire with the Dangerous Hands, Goose on the red with the weapon 1 and the heal. They've already used the heal with the knock to get into the thing. Real quick, if they see Luana going up, there might be a really quick purple room for them if they can make it in
Go
time.
faster. Do some parkour.
The elite guards there, that might be good enough. It's not.
Ah, no.
Venji is on the goggles and the weapon 3, so kind of exactly what I said. Mars.
So you're the
is
smartest
right
person on the planet. How did you know what Renji was gonna do?
I just guessed because Ace. I don't know. Yeah, we see Egg for the 4th game on the same Cavalier loadout. Yeah, we've already talked about that a lot. Flick Sasori, I don't think has changed.
No, he's still on the bio.
Mars, this is, I believe, their first game on the Madam, but they've got E1 and a pretty normal weapon 1. On Observer 2 here, we actually do see the first fault terminal going down to Raz. That is in B point, and off screen we also did see Goose get into a purple safe room at the yacht, and we see Gobbler here, also purple safe room at A. So we know the last terminals are D and E because we've seen all the other ones.
Anyone at D and E? No.
No.
Wow.
Renji, yeah, is just doing the goggles thing down Main Street there. That street probably has an actual name, but it's gonna call it Main Street. Yeah, 11 intel to their name. I don't think they got any draining from Flick there, even though Flick like just entered their vision right at the end.
Maybe a little.
Gobbler's dying.
Ouch.
To someone.
What happened there?
There's a bunch of food in this area, so yes, Looks like Mars was the one who was fighting them, and Mars did go down. There they are. And then Raz took out
That's right.
Helene, I believe is what has happened.
Yeah. Wow. Fights are happening surprisingly quick, and I don't think. Honestly, these are not the areas I expect the fights to be happening. But
Yeah. Meanwhile, Renji on the rooftops here. Egg finds himself back in A. Flick is right there. That you are seeing that correctly. Flick is right outside that green room on a bench next to Renji on the roof.
looks
Looks like they've moved on, but at this point, oh wait, this
Whoa.
is the weirdest
Sneak attack.
fight.
Oh,
Renji's
oh my
not
God.
looking.
Oh my god! Oh
No, Flick missed the jump.
Are you serious?
Renji knows
This could've
now, I
been-
think. Where's
He
the like
doesn't know.
backstab mechanic? Oh my gosh.
god! Oh my god! Oh my
He
god!
gets the drop on him. Renji was shooting at someone else, and Flick gets a big drop on him.
Flick,
Renji,
hit a shot,
they're
bro.
both equally healthy. Renji's now down to 50. Flick's up at 75. We'll see if Renji gets any. He has no vials. He's tucked into a corner here, but as a disguise. How good are you at Pop Hunt, Flick? Flick getting all the food here. Renji's not going to want to continue this fight, and looks like Flick,
I think Flick
might
thinks he ran.
be trying to find him. Looks like he's going in. This. I'll be a little impressed if Flick finds garbage can Renji in the corner here. But you might have heard the mimic. It's tough to tell. Oh, he's not a garbage. He's just behind the garbage can. That's
No.
even worse.
So
That's
nice of
not a-
Renji to hide the staff behind him.
Egg definitely saw Flick go in there, but I don't think there's anything to be done. And looks like Renji does get away. Raz, the third person in this room. Gooses picked themselves up some nice chips and at least one good keycard, and probably is going to be pretty passive for the rest of the game.
Like gave up. I'm trying to find a Renji, I guess.
Guess so, which is not too surprising. He was tucked in nicely with his people next to the garbage. Sorry, that sounded more offensive than I intended. That was much more. I apologize for that one. That was not what I meant to say.
Well, where's Renji right now? Has he
I'm gonna
gotten
take a
out of the
little
trash
bit
yet? And he's out of the bin, next to more bins.
All right,
Oh,
Flick
whoa,
and
whoa,
Nutgullo have made a collision,
Whoa,
but
whoa, whoa,
Egg's
whoa.
here as well, but keeps their disguise, but Flick sees through that one, and might have not even just wanted to get the guard out of there. Flick does take down Egg. Nutgobbler's back for revenge, but Flick is still pretty healthy here. And has no vials, but the shield does block. Goes pretty aggressive on Gobbler here. And Gobbler's a bit forced to back off. And yeah, everything kind of calms back down. Flick's able to get their gold ship here. And that's the second of 3 vault terminals. Bit of a longer phase 1 than we've seen.
Yeah. E is yet to be done. Is that that's what's happening, right? E.
Yeah, I believe E is the last one.
And
I bet no one will
Renji
go
didn't walk
for
past
it.
it.
I do think this will be. We might see our first retinal here. I feel like that's more likely than someone going to E.
No, I mean Flick's making it real good. A Renji man.
Renji is
E is in your
on
name.
top of E. So-
you should RNG do it or something like that. You should do RNG. Yep.
Oh, okay. He's not quite on top of E. I thought he was actually on top of E.
He's not.
He's just looking down Main Street again.
Flick
needs to grab
not
some
going there,
health.
actually. He's pump faking me. One minute he was taking the secret exit, and then now he's back. Maybe, I don't know, getting in the blue chip.
Oh, Renji does spot Flick out with the roof goggles. Flick just makes it with the bounce pad. Renji is gonna have difficulty
Did Reggie hit
chasing.
a shot?
He must have hit at least one. The good Vile comes out, gets the trace on Venji, and Venji's likely gonna just back off from this. I doubt they'll go aggressive with the trace on. Couple jumps around until the trace is off, and they are a little trapped on this roof until that bubble goes away. They can always jump off either side though. So yeah, a bunch of disengaging going on.
Oh,
The last
Raz did
time
turn, though.
did go down.
Thank you,
I
guys.
assume? Raz
Thanks,
made
Raz.
it all the way.
No one's really that close to the vault, I don't think.
Not really. Manji might be the closest from all the way up here, but I doubt he's going for it. He's just gonna,
Nah.
yep,
Gobble's
put the
probably gonna make
goggles
it
on and
first.
see who else is there.
No, I think Gobbler's gonna make it first.
He's taking some shots.
Oh,
I think he probably drained Gobbler as they ran across the
Yeah,
street.
through the roughage, I think.
Yeah.
Probably through the leaves.
Interesting technique, but doesn't fully seem to be paying off. I don't know if they've got more than a couple shots into Flick with it. Gobbler didn't actually go in the vault, just next to it.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Okay, well, Reggie's shooting anyone and everyone.
Oh, the nice thing about Weapon 3 is when you use the non-intel shots, it doesn't
not
do a
gonna
lot
shoot
of
Flick.
damage, so you don't do a lot of get a lot of heat. Flick definitely saw that and
Oh, wow,
did
where'd he
miss
do?
the vial. Oh no, he didn't.
And okay, well,
Renji's likely going
See you
down
later,
here, 13
Renji.
HP. Shield comes out. Oh,
well, see you later,
Renji
Flick.
actually wins that? That's crazy. 13 HP, just enough there. Lands a nice shot. Like full credit to Renji. That was some pretty good shots considering Flick had the drop on him. That
Finally,
was
the 100
pretty
hours
impressive.
of Ace, hundreds of hours of Ace on display.
Probably the Octo scope is a bit different than the Ace scope, but similar enough. Goose is in the vault. Gobbler, I believe, is in the vault. Yeah, Gobbler's deep in the vault. I don't think anyone started a printer yet, though. Renji, of course, is playing it safe and going to a pretty far heal vial. All right. I believe Gobbler is just starting their print now.
Looks like it.
Yeah, there it goes.
Is Goose maybe also on a printer? I'm not sure. Or maybe there's a printer around them.
They're doing a search.
Oh, they'll hear the printer in the purple room, though. They want the purple disguise, and they're gonna jump on Gobbler. Makes perfect sense.
They do have the keycard and everything. Yeah,
A
this
bit
is
late,
gonna
though,
be.
no?
We might. Oh, I'm used to Goose being mad at us. So it'd be like you might snap into the vault, like follow him, but that's not possible on red. So we'll see if Goose makes it. It looks like there will be just enough time. Goose will definitely see this. He's just got to get close enough to the door. Oh, he's backing off though because he doesn't know who it is.
Not
Goose
sure.
didn't think he was in time. I mean, the light was green, but you can't just camp the door, otherwise you get shot first. And giving up that advantage is big. I really wanted to see a collision there.
Yeah, it would have been nice, but... Raz is being a potted plant. Wants the disguise. Gobble's going through middle.
Looks like it. Not my particular favorite spot to go, but it used to be this used to not have any intel in it, but it's a lot better than it used to be.
Middle bot. Oh, he's just in the bottom. Usually, when people run out middle, they just want to get out as quick as they can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he sees like two people and doesn't want to fight it.
Absolutely. Interestingly, Renji is not in the vault here. This area, this little square area where Raz and Goose are kind of hanging out, is pretty good for your long range weapon, your Octo Weapon 3 there. I'm kind of surprised you didn't try to get into this point.
I think it's quite smart to stay so far back you don't get scanned. I do like doing that a lot if I'm not up in people's faces or or if I have the case. I do like to kind of sit back at the edge of the map and hopefully they don't scan me. And maybe you get a lucky third party.
All right. Gobbler is making their way out. It is difficult to leave from the bottom because, like we just talked about, that one area is pretty big visibility down to the bottom, so they're making their way up some side stairs. Benji does appear to be looking for maybe a purple, but didn't get it there. We know that one they were checking was emptied already. There was like 4 different people in that terminal room. Yeah, pretty quiet game so far. Raz and Goose are kind of defending the vault, but they do keep giving space to Gobbler here, which you gotta stop him at some point.
I don't know. I like how they're kind of putting pressure and keeping him in, but I don't know. Eventually, Gobbler has to run out onto someone.
Yep, Gobbler's made it to like the lobby here, and Goose is backed out. Renji's covering the entrance with his sniper rifle, we'll call it. And Raz is also now backed out. So
Giving the space.
Yeah, they're giving Gobbler a lot of space here, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of expect. Well, I'd expect it to be tighter. If I was in this situation, I'd be playing a bit closer. But what do I know? These guys are the players here. They're the professionals.
Renji gets a little bored. That balcony chooses to switch to the other balcony.
Fair enough.
Although timing-wise, it's going to take him a minute to get there, but he does get paid out, and then he finds I think that was Flick's body from way back that he actually killed, and
just didn't choose to pick himself up.
Yeah, I think that was the body. No one else had been there either. So Benji's covering this door pretty hard. I mean, that is the door that Gobbler's coming out of. Benji takes a shot, but I believe that was likely just that whoever was walking out. Gobbler looks like they're going to make their way out the side entrance, which is not being covered by, Benji specifically, or anyone else from the look of those names. Although Benji is heading that way. I should know, because that is not a normal NPC path, but it may not matter. Yeah, this is tough for Gobbler. I know we were talking about
Goose saw.
Yeah, Goose definitely saw, but probably won't do anything. Goose is not going to want to give Gobbler a chance to third party. Worth noting that, well, except for Goose now, none of these players know beyond Gobbler how many other people are alive. So, that's interesting. Benji and Raz getting into a bit of a fight, which is actually giving Gobbler a chance to get out of the vault. Goose is around, but I doubt Goose will join this fight.
I don't think that was smart from Aaron at all.
I think it was somewhat an accident. Like I don't think he didn't chase, but he did a little, I guess. But he's still here, right? Like I think Raz kind of interrupted him. They both wanted that balcony space.
I guess, but like Raz didn't know that window was open. It was Renji who chose to fight, and that kind of gave Gobbler the opportunity to get out.
Yep, and now Gobbler is called A, or I think that's auto called because Gobbler didn't run towards A. He's actually over here. I'm surprised A got called there actually, because it should be based on Gobbler's location, and B and C were both closer, but sometimes the line's a little confusing. But yeah, now Gobbler's got a civilian disguise. They're out on the main portion of the map with tons of space. Even with 3 people, it's a lot easier to hide on this section of the map. Raz is somewhat guarding construction from up above, though I doubt
Yeah,
they'll actually
super
take a
aggressive
shot.
hold. Because they know someone else is guarding somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Now Vaz and Renji at least know they have a quote unquote teammate trying to stop Gobbler. Goose, I think, knows all right now.
Yeah.
Gobbler does change the thing to C, so can't call it back to A now. I don't really expect either of them to move it to B.
It's so smart from Goose.
Renji bit unpracticed with that jump. That tree hitbox actually got bigger in the last patch, and it's much harder to do that jump now than it was before.
Maybe Goose waiting for the fourth party. I think that's what I'd do
Goose
if I
is
was Goose.
just close enough. Gobbler's right there behind him, not that Goose could know that. And we are starting to look at a time where there's only just over 3 minutes left. While our phase 1s have been short, our phase 3s have been long this tournament.
Yeah, like honestly, it's very slow. And there's always a lot of people.
There's 4 people alive at I'm pretty much most of our phase 3s here, and there's not a lot the package carrier can do with that many people. We've talked about getting sandwiched. You don't want to be a third partied, and players, at this level are not going to be fighting each other at this point.
Especially Gobbler with Case. Like, I know Gobbler is a super passive player. So, and these were gold.
None of these players are willing to try to get like 2 points for getting the elim on someone else while giving up 7 points for the win, right? Like,
yeah, like I feel like everyone would do that. Like, nobody wants to be denied those 7 points. Everyone wants the 7 points.
Yeah. And of course, we haven't actually talked about this yet, but if the game does time out, then all remaining players do get a couple points. So.
Oh
yeah, no one wants to be first on the point, because being fourth on the point is way better. Here's Goose finally joining the fight. My stream is super lagging, so...
What? Goose is dead! How is Goose first dead?
I have no idea what my stream started lagging as soon as all that action happened.
I'll recap you. Aaron killed Goose, Raz chased, but now it's Raz on point. Aaron versus Raz. Aaron's movement's just better. Base pad goes out. Aaron's looking for it. What's going on?
There's 5 HP on Oren. Come on.
Raz gets the kill.
I thought it was a draw for a second. Okay, Raz does get it at the end.
Oh my god.
Victory feels great.
That was a lot at the end. No one wanted to contest, and then everyone realized no one was going to contest.
Okay. You said it was lagging for you, so I can give you a quick recap of what happened. Gobbler was about to get out, and then Raz and Renji are like, are none of the other players going to contest? So Raz and Renji both jump on to try and stop Gobbler, and then Goose jumps behind Renji, tries to kill Renji, and then Gobbler, using that opportunity, poofs out and runs, I think. And then Renji wins the one against Goose, and then Raz chases after Gobbler and kills Gobbler. And then it was Raz versus Aaron, like we saw there.
Yeah, that was something for sure. All right, so we will just chill for a minute. Well, scores are tallied. I'm sure there's going to be some complex scoring here. But we actually, this is going to be the last one I am casting here, so there's going to be a bit of a switch behind the scenes, so we're going to throw it to break, actually. So thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoy your casters coming up next.
Thank you, Glitch. welcome back, everybody, to this event. Unfortunately, Glitch had to go, so we have his replacement right here. Please welcome owner of Spire Scrims,
Oh, okay.
Lex Qualities.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. But hi, hello. I'm here. Yeah, unfortunately, Glitch had to go do some, life stuff or something. I don't know. Not DI related, so who really cares? We're going into our game 6 now, and our draft is ready. Is up, so we'll pull that up here as well, so we can see, and we can also see everyone's scores after that game. Egg is still leading the charge. Flick is just, well, on similar, but also just behind, and obviously we work our way back. In terms of the scores, which you can see, the draft is also coming in, which is very beautiful. I've been told to turn up my mic. I don't think I can actually do that, so I'm just gonna have to start shouting. Yes, our draft is on and is go. Okay, I've received one message saying that I'm louder and one message saying I'm quieter, so I'm stuck in the middle.
Whoa.
So we're just gonna hope for the best. And
Red.
I'll try and fix it while we're going. Yes, the first one is Helene and has picked red. Then is Mars, who is going to be picking a Squire, which I don't think we've seen them play just yet. And also, I think this is the first time Rufus, excluding the first round, has not picked. Oh no, they picked Larson once. So there you go. Someone new playing the Squire. I was not prepared to be casting until game 7. Rufus is next in line and is going to pick the Larson, as we said earlier. I'm surprised we haven't seen Rufus pick Octo a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just want to steal. They want to steal, that's like my guess.
That's a pretty good guess. Raz is going to take that to Madame. Now, Goose is in a sticky situation. Has only played Madame in red, I believe, so far.
And Yumi.
And Yumi. But is going to be looking in the Cav for this round, which is a pretty safe bet for them. And also, I think Cav is probably one of the safer agents to select in this draft, right? Like, she's not a bad agent, but she's also not among the best. She's like kind of top middle, I'd say, personally.
Well, you say not among the best. We have Egg playing Cav majority of the games and being first.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Orange is going to pick up that Vigil, which is kind of what we expect from him. Especially this late in the draft. There's not many people that will pick Vigil. Raz might. But really past that, they're the only two that are going to be really contending that agent. Flick is going to pick the Sasori once more. Seems to be their nice pick. If Mars hasn't picked it, then Flick seems to be wanting to take it. And oh, this is not expected. Egg's gonna pick up the Octo for this game. I
mean, they have been playing Cav, and the time I saw them not playing Cav, they were playing Vigil. So I don't really know who they like to play, but maybe their Octo goes crazy.
Well, we'll find out. We're loading up into the game now. Thank you to Admin Rick for loading us in.
Thank you, Rick!
And yeah, we're going into game now. Going into game number 6-0. And by the way, just as a frame of reference, this event had a minimum of 6 games, which meant even if someone won in 5, we were playing 6, guaranteed. But no one's 1 in 6, and no one's on match point eligible either. So we're at least going to see a 7th game.
Yep. And how happy I am to see that, because we have 5 different winners.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the main thing, right? 5 different winners across 5 different games. And also bring up the points, the scores, so there. Now they're too small for me to read, but Adam can read them.
Yeah, 39-39 for Egg and Flick, 32 for Arin, 27 for Goose, 26 for Raz, 8 and 8 for Rufus and Mars, and 6 for Helene. So those are the scores. One thing I'm surprised about is I think this might be the first time that we've seen Squire Red as the 1 and 2 pick. I was expecting it to be like that every game, but really not.
That's not a bad prediction. I can't lie. That's quite a good one. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is the first time that they've been locked in first and second. And also it was Red before Squire, which is not the order I would have expected. Especially from Helene. I feel like Helene's a better Squire than Red. But hey, who am I to...
They have a play, I guess. Here's the Observer race.
Myself versus Rick, for anyone that, that hasn't worked that out. Rick's gonna beat
Observer
me.
1 has lost again.
Yeah.
As it happens, you know, Observer 2, more skill, you know. Just happens to be that way.
My career end like this.
Oh, that means Rick has to put out the message say players can go, so that's his punishment for
Who's the real winner?
being first. Alright, well, let's go through our agents and what they have done. Egg being is obviously going to be on our Arcto with our last pick in that draft. Orenji is on that Vigil. Mars on that Squire, the dreaded Squire that everyone seems to be scared of when it comes to the draft. And also, I mean, Adam might be able to find the statistic for me if it's working.
Has it been updated?
On the pick rates for Squire. But I don't think he's won much. Obviously, Raz won it on the last game, but I think that's the only time... No, Flick won it on game 1. So there's 2 times that they've won now. But so is Cav, so, you know...
Yeah, Squire twice, and...
If we're looking at the statistics, who's better, right? Squire or Cav? Who would you rather take, Adam? Who would you rather take?
Well, if I was playing, I'm taking Squire 10 times out of 10. But that's just because I have more hours on Squire. Obviously, it's a preference thing. With Cav, you kind of have...
Oh, no.
Well, actually, which Squire? Oh, fight. Helene versus Mars. The dreaded Red versus Squire.
Oh, Helene needs to put on his glasses. He can't see what a Squire is and gets taken down
Great from Mars.
by Mars. And there we go. We've already lost one of our top agents in terms of people's usual tier lists. I think it would actually be kind of interesting to get a bunch of like high kind of ranked players to make like a like a tier list and see what everyone compares with. But regardless, 1 down, 6 more agents to go, and obviously our winner for round 6. And when we do look at the scores, there's like, what, there's 6 people now? 5 people? Sorry, 5 people, not 6. There's 5 people who, if they have a really good game, can easily get to that 55-point threshold. And if you reach that threshold, all you have to do at that point is extract the game. Eliminations don't matter for you. Entering the vault doesn't matter. Grabbing the package does not matter. The only thing that matters is getting that extraction. And it's easier said than done. Obviously, we've seen it be done quick. We've seen Selena do it in 6. We've seen Orenji do it in 7. And I believe Giant Key did it in 11. So we've had a bit of a diverse range of how many games it's taken people. Selena's going to be holding the title, but also they had a lower threshold to reach than the players here, technically.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had a different point system back then, but...
Oh, fight. Who's... No?
Right. Eggs taking their time.
What did we shoot at?
I'm not sure, but Egg's going to be disengaging?
Egg's playing the super slow game. Goose is not going to expect it at all. Oh my god. Wow.
Super slow game. Gets the kill.
Gets punished because we played too slow. Doppler's going to get this.
Unless they can hit some amazing shots, they're not able to. They're going to go down to them as well, but here comes Flick.
And punished for taking a third party. Welcome to DI.
Gonna jump out the window, but Flick didn't see them jump out the window until it's too late. It's gonna have to fight off some of these guards, but they do still manage to get a terminal out of it. That's still gonna be 2 points for them. And Renji is also here, by the way. Half the lobby all coming around this one section of the map. Mars isn't too far either. The only person that's pretty much in a safe zone right now is Raz, who's managed to get themselves the second terminal deactivated. And as we know, Flick has deactivated B, which means we're going already into phase 2.
I found the stats for you for the Squire pick rate. It's currently sitting at a nice 117%.
117%.
Red is also sitting at a 117%.
Who is I know Yumi's the lowest pick rate. Is there anyone else in joint with them?
The pick rate for I think it's Chavez. Yeah, Chavez and Yumi at 17%. So
there we go. And if anyone wants to know those stats at the end of the event, I'm sure we can provide it. I'm sure Rick won't mind digging deep into his code.
Is this also a fact? Chavez and Yumi are the only ones without a seasonal skin.
That is true. So
both lowest pick rate characters without the seasonal skin. Interesting. Wow!
Oh, Adam's lagging. I'm lagging. Oh no. Everything's lagging. I can't switch. Oh no. I think everything is lagging on my end. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I think things are lagging. Things are breaking. Oh no. I think I've broke the internet. I think I've broke it a little bit. As long as the player's internet's fine, that's what matters most. I think I have I lagged out? I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will tell me stream is fine or not.
Stream slow.
Okay, I'm very laggy. I'm gonna have to take away Adam's viewing permission for a moment. I don't know what's happened. My internet's striked. Well, we're in a 1v1. I'm not sure how much stream caught, but that was a massive fight. Very massive. And we're now down to Flick vs Renji. Which means we're gonna have another the first second win for one of these players. And Orenji's going to be the one in control of the case. If Orenji wins this, I believe that will mean he'll be the first to reach match point eligibility as well. But also keep in mind, if you are on match point, everyone knows which agent you're playing, because you're going to be the only one on that agent, and they are probably going to do their best to hunt you down. So do keep that in mind. I'm not sure if Adam is back.
I'm here.
Adam is back.
I just didn't want to say anything. I think I was lagging on your end.
I think I was lagging. I think was the issue. Because my game was also lagging. It still is, actually. We're gonna see some funny bugs. Really pushing the limits of my internet today, apparently. Well, Flick has finished a keycard print, so I was gonna grab that. I saw him grab it, but he hasn't taken it. There we go. Oh, I'm very laggy. Oh, this is not good. Well, we'll fight on. We'll hope for the best. I don't know why I'm being so laggy. I'm gonna have to take away Adam's viewing permissions again. Sorry to save the stream a little bit. Oh, I have completely lost Discord connection. We're just gonna hope everything works out. Just gonna hope for the best.
Hello?
Hello.
You're back with us? You sound good.
I'm back. I mean, I apparently haven't lost any frames on stream, which means the stream is fine. Everything else is breaking on me.
It does say you just went active on this evening, so I don't know. But I can see the second observer stream.
I'm still in game. So having technical issues. It's very cool. We're just gonna have to hope my internet can survive a little bit longer, because this has been a very good event so far, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like this, like for example, this is round 6, and this is the first time we're gonna have a second win on a player. They're gonna be Flick, who took game 1, or Renji, who took game 4, I believe.
That sounds right. I can check that for you in a sec. Like game 1 or NG game 4. Yep, you're right.
The Britanet, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit slower here. As expected, Orange's got the case. It's gonna be on the bottom floor at C. Flick is gonna be looking through the window. This is a pretty safe position to play, because if Orange wants to get up, he's more than likely going to have a ping at the time, and Flick will be able to respond to that. But no, instead Orange is going for a nice scenic walk all along the outskirts of the map. And he's off. But yeah, I do believe, I don't know if it was caught on stream or not, because of my amazing moment of internet. I'm not sure if it was caught on stream, but I was saying earlier that if Orenji wins this, it is very possible that he's going to reach match point eligibility. Obviously, it depends on how much he has done, but
Is not also possible for Flick?
Well, if Flick wins as well, but Flick's gonna have to. Obviously, Orenji got podium points, which is another.
Oh yes.
4 points. Plus, obviously, having package, which is 5, and he entered vault, which is 6. Which is, you know, near enough win points anyway. Obviously, win being 7 points. Orange is going to be working his way up the staircase, slowly but surely. Rick's stream is still working. We'll pull up Rick as well. I'm honestly surprised that Rick's stream is still working on my end, considering something in my internet is not happy with me streaming 4 different places at once.
What a surprise.
Surprising, I know. I think I might have fixed the issue. I think it might have been Chrome. So big up Chrome for not working.
Yeah, shame on you for wanting more than one tab on Google Chrome.
I know. It seems fixed now, so that's the main thing. Yeah, like I say, this is gonna be very slow. Adam, you sometimes play in these situations. You've been in these situations. Is there any, like, you know, either from the case perspective or the defender perspective, have you got any, like, strategies or things you want to see from these players?
Okay. If you have case, you want to be on the high ground, and if you don't have case, you want to be on the high ground. That's really what I have for you. Being on the low ground in this situation is so bad. What else?
You heard it from Lexi Party and Agent Cash Out winner Irish.
Yeah, but okay. When you don't have case, you definitely want to be on the high ground, because shock, all of the extracts are outside in the open.
I mean,
But
if you bring an umbrella, right? Surely that'll defend you.
yeah,
from
maybe a shield umbrella facing upwards.
Umbrella, wow. It's almost like that's why it's called shield umbrella.
But I don't know. I do not like having the case in 1v1s on this map.
No,
It feels kind of restrictive. Yeah, I'd prefer not to. I feel kind of restricted, like, because more often than not, the case carrier has to make the play.
Gosh, yeah, I'm right on top of each other. Renji has 4 minutes to decide what he wants to do, and Flick's just eagle-eyeing over this B extract. So right there, Renji's slowly making his way. Is he gonna step on?
Okay, there's one thing I like for a Renji in this, and that it's the weapon advantage. Flick has weapon 3.
Renji baits Flick down, managing to get him off that high ground. There you go. The tap is back on again. But not
Like once
on
it
the
gets close
stick on
with a
it.
slow.
RNG's teasing him. And there we go. Flick's gonna make the wrong call and actually gains heat. Isn't able to hit any shots, but RNG
Slowed.
isn't able to hit any either. There we go. RNG hits 2
Wow.
nice clean shots and is going to take his second win and also possibly take himself to match point eligibility. Is he going to be able to do it in 7 again? We'll have to see. There we go. RNG is going to win game 2. Adam, talk us through maybe a bit about what RNG did to get that win.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see much of it. I saw the final fight.
Oh yes, you can't see my screen, can you? Yeah.
No, well,
I'll give you your viewing permissions back again.
I stopped seeing the stream maybe halfway, but I can tell you what he did in the final fight.
Yeah, so what did you do in the final fight?
Baited out Flick's cover. I don't know if RNG ended up hitting a crucial headshot, but it was still super well played. Slowed Flick, so Flick couldn't get the poison stab on RNG. Unless, wait, was Flick even using? Flick might have been using Bile. Anyway, bounce pad away and gets the kill. Flick had a very bad weapon to be playing on the roof, I think. So sorry, weapon 3 is definitely not the weapon you want in a ranged fight. So it's just really well played from RNG.
Indeed. Right, well, we've obviously we had a little bit of a technical issue. It doesn't seem to be too bad. I just have to restart my game and submit the scores as well. I guess I can actually go through it as well. Egg managed to get themselves 1 kill in that round. Rufus managed to get themselves 2. In that, Goose unfortunately got 0. Arrangement, as we know, 1 that round. He also managed to pick up 2 eliminations. And obviously the package. Rick is also helping me score, so thank you, Rick. Flick managed to get themselves a kill and a vault turn. And obviously they entered the vault 2. Raz, which is being done by Mr. Rickleman, got 2 of them, 2 terms, and Flooded Mars managed to get themselves an elimination as well. So, does that take us to anyone being on threshold? I can already spoil it now. It does not, which means we're going to a game 8, 100%. But bear with me while I figure out the draft order and confirm it with Rick, because this is what we've been doing behind the scenes. And obviously now we have to do it live. So Arenji will be the last to pick in the draft, having the most points at 49. Second is going to be Flick with 44. This means that Egg has gone down to 3rd, so Egg and Arenji have swapped places in their draft. Then in 4th is going to be Raz, who's managed to overtake the Goose, which means Goose is going to be... this is backwards order. Goose is in 5th with 27 points. Then in 6th is Rufus, 7th is Mars, and 8th is Helene. So Rick can send that through, and I can pull up the round 7 draft in just one moment. There we go. Draft is up. And bam, there we go. Round 7. Whew. Alright, the drafts are being done. Players have been sent them in. So Helene is going to pick first. Now, Helene has shown us a few different agents today.
Surely it's red, right?
No, it's going to be the Madame.
I know the red didn't go good last match, but I think they also did get unfortunate.
A little bit indeed. Also, I am back online if Rick is able to invite me to the game. Much appreciated. If I'm not getting it, then hopefully a player will send it to me. Or we might have a full lobby restart, I'm not sure.
I wonder what Mars is going to pick. I know, like, they're known for the Octo, obviously. Well,
Octo? Oh,
or Octo.
Sorry. It's a Sora
Yeah, no.
name.
Then they're known for the Octo. It's because I'm known for the Sasori.
Ah,
Because we
Well-
were duos.
you're wrong.
Anyway,
They've picked.
I'm wrong.
They've picked,
Squire.
They've picked the Squire. They're locking.
I mean, they
it
did
out
pick it
for
last
everyone else.
match.
And one thing I've noticed as well, especially last game and this game, the draft seemed to be a little bit slower. Like, in terms of what people are picking. Maybe it's, you know, they're stretching their legs or something. Or it could be an actual thing of a case of, okay, these players are really close. We can see Orenji is 6 points away from being match point eligible.
Yeah.
So, like, if Orenji gets just 6 more points, which is literally just taking the podium, then that's it. He is going to be on match point, and he is going to win the game. So ideally, everyone else wants to try and eliminate any characters that Orenji might be good at. And so far, we've seen the Squire gone, the Larson, the Vigil, and the Cav, and the Madame, which are all characters that he's pretty good on.
Yeah,
we're
where's the
also seeing-
ace?
We're also seeing Hans
Ace?
being taken, so Ace is still open for
Where's
Orenji.
the ace?
Is he
It has to
going
be the
take
ace.
it? He's not going to take it. He's going to take the Octo.
Boo! Boo!
He's going to lock in that Octo. So here's our draft to round 7. We have 3 people on that 40 plus points. Egg on 41, Flick on 44, Orangeman on 49. They only need to get to 55. One win for any of these 3 will basically send them to that eligibility of the threshold. And we're also loading in to the Sound Eclipse, which is a map that we saw earlier, and also where I got completely scammed in my Death Portrait observer bug.
Okay.
I was scammed, man. I got scammed. I'm sorry.
Honestly, okay, I will give it to you. You might have gotten scammed.
I'm
I
sorry.
do remember it.
I'll say it live on stream. I got scammed. Also, we're on round 7, not round 6. Let me fix that. Professional broadcast, by the way.
I don't know. It could be our 6th match. It could be our 7th match. I don't really know.
Sick. I hate what you've done there.
Never mind.
We're just gonna not address it. That's
yeah,
just
that's
gonna
probably the
move
best way
on.
to deal with it.
gonna move on.
The scoreboard is not up to date. This is the same as.
No. Yeah, that's the same as. See, it's a bait. See, we're keeping everyone fresh on their toes. There we go.
Okay, yeah. RN 49, Flick 44. Yeah. Okay, those are the scores on everyone's screen.
Well, that was just mean.
A bit of an observer fight going on.
Just a little bit. But here we go. We're going into round number 7 on the Sound Eclipse. And we get to see everyone's lovely faces. Obviously, anyone in the Jati Mask Chavez skin is our observers, so ignore them. Just look at everyone else. You can see who we have if you've got the draft. Loading in to the Sound Eclipse, and we can pull up Brickstream. Ah, Rick spawned there. I spawned next to him. God damn it. So it's fine.
Not another loss. And I can't help but notice you're not running All-Star, so Observer 2 is just always better than you anyway.
That's not nice. There we go. You get to see us hover.
Health critical.
And oh, there we go. Player's going to be off into this round. Second time we're seeing this map, and if I remember rightly, this is the map that Egg won.
No. This wasn't
Egg or
Egg's
Goose?
win. This was Goose's win.
Goose is
I
right.
remember because Goose got up in Aaron's face and gave him a little slap on the madam.
So, something I want to talk about, as we said with the points, is very close. My prediction is that those kind of, it maybe not Egg, but definitely a Renji and maybe a bit of a hybrid play from Flick, but they're going to be playing a lot more safe. They know that they only need a couple points, right, to get to that threshold. That's all they need. They don't need to get to 70, 80 points or whatever. They just need to get to the 55 mark. And with it being so close, I genuinely think the best play is just to try and play it as safe as possible, right? Because as soon as you do get to that threshold, you're going to want to play even safer. But for someone like Egg, they might have to play a little bit more aggressive to get some points on the board. Speaking of aggressive, Flick is gone.
Dead. Wow.
And got
Gobbles
carded
with
as
the
well.
card. Tut tut tut.
So never mind, Flick is gone, so Orenji is going to be taking quite a stomp of a lead in terms of what we know right now. Obviously, if Egg or anyone else has a really good game, they could catch up pretty quickly. I'm hoping for a Helene or Mars win. Just
I would love to see one.
Just to keep everyone on their toes. And also, take us to another game.
I'd love to see a Mars win, man. They were my duo in that one tournament. Oh, fight between Gobbler and Egg.
So much damage, down to 10 HP. Doesn't have their food chip either. Egg's gonna try and follow them, but you just cannot chase a expertise 3 Larson.
Unless you
They're out of
can.
here. I mean, maybe if you got a trace, maybe that's where, like, that's kind of where in the Cav versus...
Why doesn't Gobbler pass each other?
They did. Yeah, that's kind of where the Cav Larson matchup is really kind of dependent on E1 for the Cav. Because it means then you can much easier find that Larson and hunt them down again.
Well, Volt's done. Volt turns are done.
It is
Fight!
done. Helene's taking distance shots against Goose. Egg is also here. And Helene's actually TP'd in. Helene wants this fight, has taken heat on the way, but does manage to get the elimination, but everyone else has heard this, but Egg has assumed it was on the low ground. It is not, it's on the high ground, and Helene has maybe got away with that for free. Raz has taken a shot, and unfortunately for them has missed as well. But is Helene looking for this kill? Helene does need points. It wouldn't surprise me if Helene is going to play a bit more aggressive.
Whoa.
That's the
I can tell you who's getting free, bro. Aaron's getting free. Nobody contesting him. He's in the vault.
Yeah, he's gone. He's off. We've got a bit of a food standoff between Mars and Gobbler, but they're not going to engage too much. And I remember, if Orenji does grab package here, he is guaranteed to have match point. But another fight breaks out between some people. Raz manages to take down Helene, and Egg manages to escape on 10 HP. Although is being scolded, so cannot gain their cover back. And Raz might hear this. Raz has heard it. Raz is going to come in.
Gobbler.
Did get scanned though. They're having a bit of a standoff. I think they know where each other are. They just, there we go. Now they're gonna fight. Misses the throw. Mars doesn't go for the food. 5 HP. Are they gonna be able to get away? Gobbler's gonna use the expertise to get in quick, and they manage to find it. An Egg has managed to get away Scott 3 here, by the way. The It's a Setup expertise has pushed away Raz.
Skip him off.
Raz has seen them with the puck. Also gets the scan. Just about misses the jump shot with the bounce pad, and Egg's going to be on their merry way out of here. And Orenji is going to get the package, which means from next game onwards, Orenji can win this entire tournament. From next game, all he has to do is extract or be the last spy standing. That's all he has to do. But for now, he needs to close out this game and stop other people from getting as many points as possible. And
Gobbler is the only one without a win. So, who's alive right now anyway? Gobbler is the only one without the win from everyone. Wait, I'm Raz. That's Raz? No, Raz has got the win. So it's just Gobbler.
But everyone but Orenji is fighting right now. Some massive damage coming out from Raz, but they're trying to disengage.
Egg, get to the food. No.
Most of the food is gone. Gobbler is going to take that third fight and clean up Egg, which means now even if Raz or Gobbler win, only Orenji is going to be on match point here. It's mathematically, I'm pretty sure it's mathematically impossible for Raz and Gobbler now to get to eligibility, but that's fine. That's okay. All they have to do from this game on, after this game, is make sure Orenji is out of the event. There we go. We can see them both. Okay, that's kind of annoying that they're still red. There we go. I was gonna say, it was a very long scan. RNG is going to be, as well as playing the Octo, so it's going to be cycling out intel with the scan to then get some more back using the passive 2, which of course gives them more intel. For every 10 they spend, they can add an extra 2 to their total. That's how they're on 22 right now, without their, what's the chip called? The one where you have more intel. The extra intel one.
Extra intel.
I can't remember what it's called. Giant Key will probably tell me in a moment, but
No, Rick is telling us, and it's called intel capacity.
intel capacity. There we go. Thank you, Rick.
Apparently.
Unless he's lying.
Yeah, you could be lying to us right now, and then we'll look like fools.
Oh, let's pull up Rick Cam again and see how the rest of this game is going to be played. Like we say, RNG is already on match point. He's just basically now, this game for RNG, for the rest of this game, is just to stop Raz and Gobbler getting some more points on the board. Obviously, the more points they have, the closer they'll be to reaching eligibility, which will mean it's harder for RNG to win, as the more people who are on eligibility, the more likely is someone's going to win the whole event. Can it be done in 8? Do you think RNG's going to get it done next game? Or do you think people are going to, you know, maybe hard target him?
Well, okay, the thing is, as soon as someone gets eligibility, even like if it wasn't RN, say it was someone else, I think everyone just tries to target who they're best at. So I don't think RN would get a character that he's that comfortable on, in my personal opinion. Like, he's probably comfortable on a lot of characters anyway, but I do think people will be trying to take his mains.
I think the agents everyone needs to try and eliminate is kind of a mix between the ones who can escape fights, but the thing is, RNG's not really known for, like, Larson and Madame, so maybe there could be an argument that those aren't great ones to take. Gobbler's going to be trying to force a fight by the food.
Okay.
Never mind, leaves the food, gives it all to RNG, and is still here to try and take a fight. This is not what he's doing.
Arn knows. Okay.
Aaron does know, but I feel like if Gobbler's going to disengage around the food and give all that space to RNG, just completely disengage. I don't know why he came back. RNG should have taken full advantage of that, but chose not to. And now Raz is here. Obviously, Raz and not Gobbler at this point just want to get points on the board.
So, are we playing Try Not to Eat Food Challenge?
It seems like it, although Gobbler is going to be running towards the center to grab... No, not grab some food.
No, okay, so we're playing the Try Not to Eat Food Challenge.
You know, Sound Eclipse is known for being the map where everyone just eats everything. And that has not happened. Here. It seems like everyone keeps disengaging. I mean, there's a lot of food gone, don't get me wrong. But it seems like everyone's just disengaging from the food.
And we ate food, finally. We have to go on a run before we could eat all the carbs.
And the auto-call is also done as well. It's going to be over towards Raz, his side of the map. Gobbler's also going to be making their way over too. But RNG doesn't really seem to care. I think the only thing RNG shouldn't do is force a phase 3 timeout. And I guess there shouldn't really be a fight anytime soon, so I can spend a moment to explain what we do in this situation. If in a phase 3 timeout, where the timer that you see at the top corner of the screen runs out, goes to 0, what will happen is all of the alive players who is not the case carrier will earn the equivalent points for winning, which is 7, and we deem that as a successful extract defense, or a case defense, or whatever you want to call it. Essentially, this way it forces the case carrier to actually have to play the game, actually have to do something. Now, if RNG will know who these two players are, will know it's Raz and not Gobbler if he remembers their draft, he may, knowing that they're not as high on the points, maybe there is a reason to let both of them get points here, but realistically, he should only let maximum one of them get it, and that's if they manage to eliminate him. RNG didn't take that fight against Gobbler. I actually thought Gobbler tried to steal it, but
I'm surprised Gobbler didn't. Like, you saw the pain downstairs. You see a guard in that room. Like, my instinct would be to punch. Get the steal. Wow, whoa. Did we try to shoot Raz? We did.
He's trying to shoot Raz, and Not Gobbler is going to be coming up in here as well. Now, the thing is, Not Gobbler and Raz are both going to be trying and eliminate RNG so that he doesn't get more points. But we already know from a broadcast perspective that he has made the eligibility. So him dying is not too much of a bad thing, but he does actually manage to get that kill on to Gobbler and is managing to get out for free as well. The guards are going to chase him, but he's now on a 1v1 against Raz.
Yeah, wow. Honestly, if you're spectating, if you're one of the non-alive players, I'm thinking of what agents to pick so I can try and stop Aaron from winning the next match.
Who do you pick, right? Like, he's shown a really impressive performance with Octa. She's shown an impressive match with, well, 2 really impressive games of Octa, mind you. He's shown a really impressive, like, diverse agent pool. Like, he's not picked the same agent many times, even when he's had the ability to. I'm surprised he hasn't picked Ace. Maybe he's trying to save Ace for the very last round and win it with Ace, with his signature agent.
Okay, I'm not surprised he didn't pick Ace on this map though, because like I feel like Ace on this map is not that great.
Well, next map is DS, I think. It's Diamond Spire, which isn't a bad map for Ace. I wouldn't say it's the best, but not bad.
I will say, what I do see on Diamond Spire a lot is Hans, and I know Hans gets a surprising amount of wins on Diamond Spire.
Yeah, that is a bit weird. You are correct in that.
Yeah.
It is a bit weird.
So, what characters would you leave RNG then? So, I think if you left RNG with the choice of maybe like a Yumi, I don't think he'd be too happy with that.
RNG's out. RNG extracts. Raz gave him the extraction.
Raz is standing still.
Raz is too far. Raz didn't realize. That's it. RNG's out. That's a sneak extract.
GG.
GG. Yeah, like Raz just didn't really pay too much attention, and RNG's of course just gonna take the free out. He knows he's already got enough points. Everyone in the lobby's gonna know he has enough points now. All this man on your screen has to do now is extract. That's all he has to do. In the next match, not this one. Do you think he's gonna be able to do it?
Okay, let me think. He might be able to do it. I'm not sure. It depends what agents he gets. Because let me really think about this.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough, right? This is gonna be interesting. I genuinely don't think there's an agent that RNG can't win on.
I don't think he can win on Yumi. But like he's not gonna be playing Yumi.
Yeah, he has the option to not pick Yumi. I think in any set of 4 agents that he's left with, he's gonna be able to pick one that he knows he can win on.
Well, he has 5 to pick from.
Oh, he has 5. Yeah, you're right. He has 5 to pick from. So, yeah, there's always going to be an agent in that pool that he can play for sure. 100%. 100%. But we do move on to game 8 momentarily. We're just going to implement the scores. Helene got 1 kill in that game. Rufus got 3. There's my Rufus. There he is. There's my friend. He got 3 limbs, which is actually a pretty impressive amount of limbs. But considering he didn't win, RNG, as we know, managed to extract and got himself 1 kill on the board, and also picked up the package. It's going to be all his points. He got 15 in that game. He only needed 6. Flick
Yeah.
got themselves 0. Egg managed to get a few more points on the board. Which has been done for me. And I believe... I'm just gonna let Rick do the rest because Rick has done one and now I'm confused where we are in the board, just to avoid a bit of confusion there. But I can also tell you that Goose managed to get a terminal as well. Raz managed to get a limb and a term 2 plus 4 entry, and that's going to be all the points in that round, which means we can start. Yes, points are all in. So we can start looking at the next round of draft. In first place is, of course, still going to be Arrangeman. He's at 64 total points. We have a joint second between Egg and Flick, which means we have to look at who has the most wins, which is both one apiece. So then we look at most limbs, which goes to Flick. So Flick is going to have the better end of the stick. It's going to be able to pick earlier. So in backwards order, is Orangy, Egg, Flick. Then we want to find our fourth place, which is still Raz. Then fifth, which is still Goose. Sixth is still Rufus. 7 and 8 are still the same as well. So that's going to be our draft. Not too many changes in the draft. I think it was literally just Egg and Flick have swapped their position. And we can go look and see what their draft will be. So I think it's going to be a given that Red and Squire are probably going to go, but Helene has actually got first pick and is going to be taking out the ace. So RNG can't win this round on his signature main. He's going to have to do it with someone else. But we'll have to also see what everyone else picks in the remainder of the draft. I'm excited. Keep in mind, RNG can win this event in 8.
Yeah.
Which won't be his PB. His PB is 7. I believe it was 7. It was either 7 or 6. Selena managed to do it in 6.
Okay. I'm gonna give a little hint to anyone who's telling or anyone who's watching this broadcast. The 5 agents I would leave for Renji would probably be like, it would go Yumi, Chavez, Madame, Sasori, Hans, and like that's tough. Like Renji probably got it on some of those agents, but I think that's the best chance you'll have at stopping him.
It could be, although it doesn't seem to. I mean, Madame has been taken, so Renji's not gonna have that choice to pick from. I do actually kind of agree. I do think giving RNG Madame might be a better play. Just because we know that, you know, he's not bad on the character, but I wouldn't also say he's, you know, impressive on the character. And Egg's also going to be taking out the Vigil. So RNG's got a bit of a choice. He still has the Octo, and I'm going to assume he's going to take Octo.
Good. He's just one on Octo, so
I'll have to see. He might take, maybe he plays something different. He is going to play something different. He's going to lock in the Hans for his first attempt at winning this match. Adam, do you have any words on the Hans pick there?
Aaron is strong on Hans. I know he's played Hans a lot, like Weapon 3 Hans. I know he likes Hans a lot. I only said Hans in the 5 possible agents because
there has to be 5.
There has to be 5. Of course he's gonna be good on most agents. But Hans, it's okay. Maybe he knows something though. No, he knows something. He knows that Hans is good on Diamond Spire for no reason. He's just cheating, clearly. Anyway,
all the players are ready. I'm gonna be going in momentarily. There we go, we're loading them. But yeah, Goose does point out a good thing here. We are loading into Diamond Spire. It's narrow corridors, and as we said as you said last time as well, Hans has an oddly high win rate on Diamond Spire. Maybe RNG was listening in.
Maybe.
Maybe he was, maybe he's stream sniping. No, he's not stream sniping. Those scores are not up to date, because I forget to press the refresh button. There we go. Now they're up to date.
64, like a stack in Minecraft or something. I don't know.
Stack. Yeah, technically it is a stack.
What a shock. Squire and Red still have the most pick rates.
Above 100%.
Yeah, and Chavez and Yumi still have the lowest, so nothing's changed.
How did Egg get up there? Oh, these... Okay, I was like, how did Egg get up there? They're playing Vigilance. That's fine. Where is our... possibly going to win player? Here he is. On the Yellow Hans.
Should be fun.
And he did actually say earlier, if he wins this event, this will be the first time he wins an event with a possible winner's interview. So I'm sure he'll be excited about that.
Oh, so he's not gonna win, is what you're saying. It's just
maybe.
impossible for him to win this match.
We'll have to see. If I am anyone else in this lobby, you know for 100% he's playing Hans. If you hear a Hans shooting, you need to get rid of them.
Yeah, no, don't get bait boxed though.
That is true, don't get bait boxed. Reloading in. Observer race, I got the same spawn.
Ooh, I think Observer 2 has it.
Actually, yeah, I've got quite a bit to fall. Yeah, god damn it.
Perfect spot.
Oh, we can see each other. Rick.
Whoa!
And,
That was a close race.
it was very close. I tried to squish Rick. Anyway, players are going to get their message in just a moment. There we go. And they're off.
Will we have the perma POV on Aaron, or?
We will have a perma PO on RNG. There it is. And Mars is already on the hunt with this spy drone, I imagine, for RNG. As soon as you
Okay,
hear that
oh.
Han shot, that's going to be what you want to do. That is just an observer bug, with the third personness of the camera, so not worry too much about seeing through flaws there. Yes, RNG. Nothing matters more to him than extracting this game, or last by standing. That also counts. But do keep in mind that if someone else has case and they don't extract, RNG will still get the 7 points for defending the case, defending out the case holder. But to win, and there we go. RNG's an explosive start, already taking shots out at Helene. Maybe because Helene stole the ace from him early on. If Helene could hit one more good shot, they would have got that kill. Doesn't matter, that Juice and Raz also going to be taking a fight, and Raz does too go down. Already losing 2 players in this Invitational round number 8.
Renji is looking closer and closer to that win, man.
Yeah, every single time a player dies, it's not a Renji, it is one step closer to him taking the crown. Away from Scully. His name is Scully, for those who don't know. The little Spire logo, the little skull, his name is Scully. It's, the word...
SC Cully.
Yeah, SC Cully. It's pronounced Scully. Because apparently no one knows this.
I don't. I didn't even know until, like, you said it right now.
I'm making it public knowledge. His name is Scully. The reason for that is simply because I once misspelt the word skull with a C, and then the name Scully was made. So, or Scully.
I actually need Aaron to not win this, because I don't have questions prepared for an interview. So,
we can just make up some. Good casting is all making it up in as well, right?
That's true. But, like, if someone could do me a favor and, like, take the win from Aaron for, like, 2 more matches, like, that'd be great.
So, this is something that I want to talk about while we have a bit of a free minute. The reason why RNG has been picking some characters who have the ability to do, like, 1 or 2 damage every here and there is because he's basically using a I don't know what to call it. He's cheating the heat system in a fair way. So essentially, the way the heat system works is how much damage you apply to an NPC. That obviously isn't a real player. Did someone just DC? Someone just DC'd. That is rather unfortunate. That's another another thing closer. I'm not sure who that was. Was it?
Who we lost?
I'm not sure. Either way, Goose and Egg are going to be taking a fight.
No.
Seems like Egg has run out of ammo. Oh no, just needed to take that
Cooldown.
cooldown, and does.
Okay, it was Gobbler who
manage
DC'd.
It was Gobbler that DC'd. So Renji getting a freebie there. One less player to deal with.
This is not good. Guys, I need you to take him out. Take him out before the winner interview.
As I was saying, yes, he's basically manipulating how much heat he gains by dealing very small amount of damage to NPCs. And obviously, if he hits a player, it's not going to give him heat. It's going to reveal that player. It's gonna take them out of their cover, and it will allow Renji to decide what he wants to do from there. Maybe he wants to take a fight. Maybe he wants to just leave it. But that's what Renji's doing. That's why he's been playing the Yocto Weapon 3. He's able to just shoot normally without the intel shots and dish out, 6 damage. And that's it. That's all he needs to do. That's my assumption why he's taking the Hans here. Also, because, like we say, an oddly high win rate for Hans on this map.
Yeah, maybe this is the reason.
Could be. There's many reasons. Also, like, Hans is very good in a 1v1. And even, like, a 1v2, Hans can be pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not very good at escaping, so if he takes a lot of damage in a 1v1, then he might have an issue. But until then, it doesn't matter too much. Also, it seems like an Egg is gone too. So we're down to our final 3, and Orenji's still up. And quite literally up. He's all the way on the top. And these two are scanning each other. If Mars hacks anything is going to get scanned, then Oz also use their expertise to see that there's a player here. Mars is going to take some shots.
Oh no!
Flick's going to be trying to get away.
Flick, you could get away.
But
But no, I want Mars to get the kill as well. Oh
We
no.
need as many people standing as possible. Flick's trying their best to get out, and Mars is going to disengage. Mars is probably not going to be able to find Flick here unless it runs back into them. Takes the wrong shot. Flick is going to take a new disguise and hope that Mars doesn't know and does maybe manage to get out. Mars doesn't see it. Flick's now going to take some shots.
Oh.
Turn the fire. 40 HP for Mars. Flick takes a kick and gets it. We're in a 1v1 between Flick and Orenji. Flick needs this to reach match point. Orenji needs this to win the whole event.
Oh. I forgot to breathe, bro. My god. Oh. Flick.
This could be the end. It all lies on Flick to win a 1v1.
It's time to steal your nerves, Flick. If you're nervous for this, you have to not be. Because this is the biggest... Well, this is the biggest moment of today, anyway.
And I'll be honest, with 2 players left and someone being on, match point eligibility, I think we're gonna see Iris have to hack the terminal here. I don't think Flick or Orange are gonna do it. I think Flick probably knows he only needs to win or do a few more little things to get enough points to reach match point. He probably doesn't realize it's a 1v1 against Orenji. If I'm honest, I hate to say it, but I think it's gonna come down to who takes the case. I think whoever takes the case is gonna win this fight. If Flick can take it, then he's gonna be able to outrange Orenji.
Yeah.
And play out of Orenji's effective range. Obviously, Orenji can still snipe with Hans, but it's not where he will get most of his damage out in a fight. Flick
Can I say one thing?
2 as well.
Yeah. Weapon 2, probably the best ranged weapon for Cav, right? So if Flick does end up Flick needs to not be close to Aaron, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, not at all. Stay away from him at all costs.
So Maybe Flick is looking for the last term. Never mind.
Never mind. Can't find it. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Chooses not to try and find it there. Oh. Okay. Maybe Arn's also going for the A term.
It seems like he might be now. Oh, Flick's actually depositing. He's deposited some intel there. Actually, I mean, to be fair, if Flick can find Jati and open it that way, that probably that'll give him a lot more points. Maybe he knows that that's the threshold he needs to reach. That's extra
but
4
Arn's
points.
found it.
Yeah, RNG's found the last terminal. Terminal A.
But will he do it? He probably will.
That's a good question. It seems like he is doing it though.
Yeah.
There you go. He's done it. So yeah, to me, in terms of a 1v1, whoever has the case is going to win this game. Because both of these agents have very specific strengths that the other don't. That they need to take full advantage of. If I'm honest, I heavily expect RNG to rush this case here.
Wait, Flick might have the kicks for this.
Flick does have kick. Does have P1. He's been looking for a
Choosing not to.
disguise.
Choosing to.
Oh my gosh, they're going in at the same time as well. We might see a last spy standing, and it
Genius.
might be where it matters the most.
Flick's not kicking though. Think it's
Yeah, wants
safe.
to keep the cover. Yeah, wants to play
Might.
it safe. Flick doesn't know that it's just him and RNG. Might have a
Arn doesn't
suspicion.
know.
Yeah, neither of them know. But the one that matters most is RNG, right? So if it was anyone else, this match wouldn't be as intense. We'd probably assume that Flick will likely get enough points if it wasn't RNG. But because it is RNG, Flick, amount of points Flick get does not matter. It may.
I'm feeling sick.
This is close. RNG's just in the next room as well. If the setup was placed a little bit closer, they might have been able to do something. RNG's also going to start a print. They're going to be starting a print next to
I'm
each
so
other.
nervous. I'm nervous.
This is really nerve-wracking.
I'm not even playing. I can feel it in my stomach now. Oh.
Wait, has RNG heard the... RNG's heard the print.
Yeah, no, but Flick has the...
That's the setup. If RNG opens that door, and RNG's Flick's
Don't
gonna
you
know.
open it? Oh, he's not opening it. Oh, no! Oh, wait!
He's not going that way. And RNG didn't chase.
Yeah, but he has the gold. So if Flick goes in first, he's fricked.
Does he have gold?
He's flicked.
He's
Oh, I thought
flicked.
he was printing.
No, I don't think he did start the print. I think because he heard the print, he tried to find it, but chose the wrong one. And there we go. We're down to phase 3. It could be the last phase 3 of the day, or we could be going another game.
Flick knows. Flick has to know.
Yeah, well, you see the Hans. You 100% know it's RNG. No one else can be Hans here.
Oh my god, if I'm in Flick's position, I'm so nervous, bro. Oh no.
Yeah, Flick is gonna have to lock in. Everyone in the tournament is probably a Flick fan right now. Except for RNG. RNG's not a Flick fan. But everyone else is a Flick fan. That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing to say. Flick fan. It's hard for me to say it. But if anyone else wants a shot at winning this, they need Flick to win.
Rick brings up a good point. Tell us what happens if Flick times that. If he times RNG it.
Well, Mr. Rick Lemon and Irish and everyone in chat. If it is a timeout, which is a very viable play in this format of competition, RNG will gain 7 points for defending against the case carrier. Flick will not get those 7 points. Flick will get nothing for winning, just the points that he got for the rest of the game. But Orangeman will not win. He will get the points, but he will not be considered the event winner. He has to hunt down Flick here and get the kill, and Flick does get the trace, so isn't going to have to use intel on the run away. Also, hasn't really turned around to see where they are, and there we go. Flick's going to be running away, using those cav kicks to make some distance between him and Orenji, because like I say, he knows Orenji's going to want to play up close. That's all Orenji needs to do, and all Flick needs to do is not do that. He's also going to use the goggles to call it, which means we are about less than 5 minutes away from seeing if we're going into a game 9 or if we're going into a winner's interview. 5 minutes time ish. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more.
Maybe Flick called it to get the timeout quicker.
That is also possible. Flick could just be running for the rest of this event. I mean, if Flick knows mathematically he's made 55 points, and he knows that's a Renjiman.
Well, not even if he made 55, but just denying a Renjiman to win is just like probably a win enough, because you get to play another game.
Yeah, that is honestly true. Orenji, this is the thing, right? Orenji has to win. So it's in Flick's or whoever's better nature to just not let him win. So it may be a bit of a boring play, like we do understand that, but from a player's perspective, if you can't win yourself, it's better to have no one technically extract than to let Orenji extract.
That's true. And like, okay, the thing is, it's not like it's unfair to Orenji either, because Orenji could have grabbed the case, like Orenji could have printed.
There's a lot of things Orenji could have done. He could have maybe ran for someone that he thought took the gold key card and started fighting Flick much earlier. He could have, you know, found Flick earlier on. Maybe not do the last terminal A. There's a lot of things that could have been done differently, but it doesn't matter now because we're in phase 3, and one decision could be the difference between someone winning and someone losing. And yeah, Flick's just keeping distance. Wait, I physically don't think Orenji can win.
Well, no, okay, there is definitely ways Orenji could win. Like, for example, if Flick runs out of intel and Orenji catches him off guard with like different pathing or something.
Yes, but in a race, whose wins? Is it the Cav,
okay,
or is it the Heart?
But you also could think that what if Flick traps himself in a room?
That is also true. I don't think Flick would do that because you can kind of just run around this box of a map, but 3 minutes on the clock.
What's the blue card cover?
I mean, it's not a bad shout. If you get the blue card cover, you can enter blue rooms. There's going to be more intel in there.
Yeah. And the orange is staying on the roof. Yeah. I think Flick knows. Flick knows what he wants to do. I'm not like.
I'll be completely honest. I think Flick is just gonna stay here.
Yeah.
What do we know that Flick has done this game? We know they've taken case. I believe they have definitely 1 kill, maybe 2, and maybe a terminal. So if we just assume that they've only done 1 thing, then they've got 6 plus that, which is 8. Is that enough to qualify them?
I don't think they care about if they get qualified.
But like, okay, but realistically, if Flick knows that he's eligible in the next game to win, he has no reason, knowing that Renji's the last player, to extract, right?
Whoa. Something might happen
He's
here.
walking for it. He missed his kick,
Whoa.
but he is going for it. He started the extraction. Never mind all this talk, he's gonna try and force the extract.
Kick away, he's kick away.
Never mind.
So smart, so smart.
Renji does hit the orb. That is a really impressive snipe with the orb. Doesn't matter though, because passive 1 is not. I actually didn't know that. Doesn't actually get counted out by the slowness. But can just kick away, and gets completely away, and also gets a free trace on Orenji. But Orenji is kind of close.
It's so smart from Blake.
1 minute, 10 seconds remaining. There's the ping. He's on the run. He's
running at intel. Go upstairs.
well.
Do not go upstairs. Run.
Renji gets
Run
the
for
first
your
shot.
life!
Renji gets the second
Flick,
shot.
flick, 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 flick. Run. Just go. Please.
I don't think, unless Flick gets a lot of tab kick glitches, I don't think Renji can catch him. Renji might have to start playing quick agents because he cannot catch up here. I genuinely think it's in Flick's better nature to just not extract her. Just keep running. It's only 30 more seconds. It's a boring play for sure, but you know, when you can win an event, would you rather do that? You know? Regardless, he is going to be kicking. He is
You better still lock out for this, bro.
He's
You
going
better
for
time
it.
it out.
He is going for it. He's stuck. He's stuck.
You need to go.
And he's on. Renji's going to be making his way
No,
up as
no.
well.
Flick doesn't know. Flick won't kick away.
He's taking the shots. He's in the
No, we're
effective
taking
range
close
of
range.
Renji.
No, no, Flick. No, 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 no.
And that is game.
course.
Finished in
I
8.
I had to walk into my room. I really. No. It can't just end like that. It can't just end like that.
That's the end. That's the end of the event.
It didn't end just like that, right?
It did just end like that. It unfortunately did just end like that. We're gonna get the final scores.
I was ready for the next game.
I was ready for the next game. I was like, surely Flick time's out, but no, they took the fight. They chose to make the final fight interesting. And thus, Renji, the effective range of a Hans, is going to take it, and also takes it on Diamond Spire, which apparently seems to be a thing that happens a lot in in these situations of match point. Obviously, GK finished it on DS, and now Renji has also finished it on DS. 2. That was an impressive showing from everyone. Everyone should be... We'll glaze a Renji in a moment when all the scores come in and we can talk about his final scores, but everyone had a very impressive showing today. It was a very impressive event, I'd say. I mean, I don't know. People might be able to say otherwise, but would we like to see another type of agent-related thing? Obviously, we had Agent Cash Out, where once an agent won, it was locked for everyone. And obviously today we had a draft system. So we'll maybe play around a bit more with things for a future event. But I personally really love these kind of events where the agents are, you know, forcing people to have a diverse agent pool. For me, personally, that's the best thing. But who knows? Anyway, I believe points are done.
I'm in shock, but I'm still shocked.
I'm still shocked, but it's done. It's over. We'll pull up the scores. We'll reveal everyone's final scores. Adam, if you wouldn't mind taking this away while I set up our NVS.
Alright, the scores right? Make sure.
They should be.
Okay. So we got our Renji winning with 79 points. Good job, Renji. Next, we had Flick on 54 points. So if Flick did end up winning that match, they would have been on the final match as well. Egg on 48. Raz 34. Goose 33. Rufus, who DC'd, on 19.
No.
Mars on 10. And Helene on 8. So those were all the scores. Everyone played really well, though. I do think everyone did play really well.
They did indeed. Also, if Renji would like to do a winner's interview, if you'd just like to join the VC, and we'll ask him some questions, shall we? I'm sure he's heard on stream to join the VC, so he'll be joining momentarily. While he joins, I guess we can also bring up his overall stats. Most valuable spy and event winner. Here is arrangement: 11 eliminations across the 8 games. 6 objectives done, which, if you don't know, objectives are vault terminals, terminals and Retinal, and Podium. So he's managed to done 6 of them across those 8 games. He's won 4 of them, which means he's won basically half the matches. And of course, his total score of 97. And he's also here. Hello, Mr. Orangeman.
Hello, qualities.
Hello, hello. How do you feel? How is it?
Relieved. It was a great game in the end. Like I thought Flick was probably just gonna take the timeout. I kind of resigned to that, and then I see Flick dashing to the point, and like my heart sank right there. But yeah, like I still feel like the high blood pressure, the BPM are high.
Lovely. Well, my first question, which has been brought up by yourself earlier on when we were in a VC, and by Giant Key earlier. This is the first time winning an event where there's actually a winner's interview. How does it feel to finally be a non-caster but on the main stream?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing.
Lovely. And also, the second time, pretty much just over a year ago, you won the Cap 5 Invitational, which is also a NP style event. And you've done it again a year later. Can't quite do it when it matters most though, in Chavez Cup and TFM. Okay. But you managed to do it today. Sorry, I just wanted to throw some shade. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
How does it
I
feel?
think the style of this tournament really suited me, because I feel like I do best when I have limited options. I feel like I can make things work, but like, especially at the start when I wasn't really sure, when I wasn't sure who to play, I felt like I felt like a kid in a candy shop, right? I didn't know what to go for, and then like when the options narrowed down, I was like, okay, I guess I'll try this strat. I did prepare a lot for this actually. Shout out to Giant Key who helped me prepare. We have like such a so long text like DMs conversation about Deceive Inc. Every time after stream, I was like, "Hey man, I have this idea. We gotta refine this and this strategy." So yeah, this he's a great. Yeah, I see him in chat. He's a great great person. He finds the most ridiculous shit in DI. Like he's really good at that.
I can vouch for that. Okay, so I want to firstly take us all the way back to game 1. You came first in the quiz, which means you got first pick. You had 12 agents to choose from, and you chose Madame, and it was technically your worst match in the whole event. Would you say that having a limited amount of agents to pick from was more beneficial for you?
Okay, so I was unsure what to play on hard sell for the most time, and then like I kind of had this idea. If I play Madam and I just hunt for P3 pings, just run around, if I find someone with P3, you know, goo their feet, kill them, whatever, like if I can eliminate them early on, I can actually do what Flick did and create a bunch of 0-point ties. And when that happens, that will like then later on open up the agent pool like in the next round, right? Because when people tie, they're gonna, you know, they can both pick the same agents basically. And I thought like a lot of people would probably go for Squire or for Red, which ended up happening as well. The thing that I didn't expect was Flick to be on that roof. So, like honestly, if we play this event again, I would probably do the same strat again. I'm not gonna lie. I would just like stay at in a different position basically, so that I do not get found out by danger sense like that.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go on, Adam.
Wait, yeah, about the gentleman's agreement. Do you have anything to say to the people who broke it?
I mean, it's fair game. It's an agreement. It's not a hard rule if you think you wanna, you know, if you need what you do what you need to do, right? And after we broke it, like I played Squire myself, and that didn't really work out, so it didn't really end up mattering.
Well, obviously, you did very well throughout the game. I think statistically, Octa was your best agent, which if we're being honest, if people was to make a tier list, I think most wouldn't have Octo among, you know, kind of the best agents, but you managed to make him work really, really well. And I know you've been cooking up a little strategy, which you was doing on Hans in that last game, which we've already shared, so it's not like it's hidden anymore, but would you say that strategy is actually any kind of good? Like, did it actually help you at all? Or
I definitely think that it helped me. So the idea was that I do something on Hans and on Octo, because both of them have this quirk to them, obviously, where like very little damage gives you very little heat. If you damage a civilian by a small amount, you don't get a lot of heat, obviously. Wanted to do the same thing on Octo, but I never found myself in a position to do that, at least on Sound Eclipse. And on Fragrance Show, I got molested by Flick. So I kind of had to like stop that as well. But like the idea is just if you shoot everybody that you see, nobody can really approach you for the most part, and that's kind of what I just did on Hans. I just stayed on the roof because I was like, okay, there's probably a pretty safe space here. I just want to, you know, survive until endgame. If I find anybody, great. I can probably like either kill them or force them to retreat. Yeah. So that was kind of like I think it might be worse the more people know about it. I think it's kind of like the thing where like if you know what to expect, you can prepare a counter for it. But the beautiful thing about this is nobody has ever done that, I think.
Well, I mean, there was a time where Flick on Fragrance Show jumped you. Had done that homework a little bit.
Yeah, that's very true, yeah. Yeah, he jumped me. I was very lucky that I got away. That I could have lost Fragrance Show.
The bin strat, the new bin strat. That one bin is forever going to be known as RNG's savior. Adam, do you have anything else to ask RNG? I have one.
You said a lot
question.
about... Yeah, okay. You said a lot about preparing, right, with Giant Key?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to reveal, or are you just trying to keep your cards close to your chest?
I mean, now that the cat is out of the bag, I'm happy to reveal pretty much anything. If I'm allowed a little self promo, if you guys wanna come by my chat or DM me on Discord, and you wanna, you know, like a tip or something on this event, I'm absolutely happy to provide that. And yeah, so the idea is anytime you do a little damage from far away, you don't get any heat, and that is, in my opinion, like really overlooked. People are too afraid to break cover a lot of the time, even if breaking cover isn't risky when you know that there's nobody in front of you.
Okay.
And my last question. You picked the Hans in the end game, and obviously you said a little bit about thinking Flick would force the timeout, which we all thought as well, by the way. That's what we all thought would happen in production, and even I assume everyone else in the lobby was assuming that would be the play. As we know, we didn't. That's why you're talking to us a game earlier than maybe otherwise. But that Hans pick, you had 5 agents to pick from. Why the Hans? I want to know. Did you feel something?
Well,
confident?
I was, you know, like thinking either Hans or Octo. Like both ended up being available at that point. And then I just wanted to mix it up, I guess. I don't know. Also, one thing though, and I have no explanation for this. I do not know why that was the case, but during, I believe it was Chavez Cup, Hans had an insane win rate on Diamond Spire, and like I tried to figure out why, I just couldn't. And like now I was just like, you know what? I'll just go Hans and Diamond Spire. Then it seems to be working.
Yeah. Statistically, Hans does have an oddly high Diamond Spire win rate, and I have no idea why. If anyone finds out, please let me know.
It's just the close quartersness of it, no?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Like,
Anyway, I think RNG, floor's yours. Set free for to self promo or say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, if you wanna watch me live, I click heads and I take names almost every single day in this eve on
Nice.
TTV/RNGman. That's my Twitch. And also, I want to say a really big thank you to everybody who worked on this. This Lex, Irish, Fast Glitch, of course, Rickleman, who helped behind the scenes tremendously. And I'm sure there are like others as well that I'm not mentioning right now. This has been such a fun event, and it's really come together nicely. So thank you so much.
And just before we let you go, would you like to see this event done again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When it comes to competitive Deceive, I love nothing more.
Well, thank you, Mr. Renji. We'll let you, well, I mean, you can say if you want, but I'm gonna take you off the screen, send you to the Shadow Realm. And
Okay.
me and Adam are gonna close this out. So thank you, everybody, for watching the Invitational, the Agent Draft Invitational Match Points. Something called that. Yeah, this has been a very fun event. I'd like to, Renji also said it, but I'd also like to say a very personal big thank you to Rick Clement, who has spent a better part of the last week or so building a bot, which if you are in our Spire Scrims Discord server, which !Spire Scrims or !Discord, you can pick, has also been building a bot and has been improving a bunch of the stuff behind the scenes. So for this event specifically, had a little bot that sped up the draft system a little bit and made it a lot more simple for everyone involved playing. Also made the check-in bot. And along with this, we've also had Helene, who has very nicely made a nicer version of the ranked results, which if you'd like to participate in ranked every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can do in the Spire Scrims Discord server. That's it from us for today. Adam, do you have any closing notes that you'd like to say before we say goodbye?
What would I like to say? Thanks to you. Thanks to the people who came up with this format, because it was really fun to watch. It was really fun to cast.
I'll be honest, I stole it from League. I was watching. I'll be completely honest. I was watching the League World Finals and was like, I want to do a draft system. Here we are.
Well, thanks to everyone. Like, I know everyone's heard it 3 times already, but thank you to the people backstage. Thanks to people for watching. Thanks for everyone who participated. Thanks to everybody. I love everyone, man.
We do love it. We love everyone in the. Thank you, Observer 2. That's his new name. Observer 2.
Oh yeah, Observer 2 won the race.
Observer 2 won the race.
Better
Alright.
Observer.
We're gonna stop stalling. Thank you for watching. See you in the next event. Also, Merry Christmas if we don't see you before Christmas, which is, starts tomorrow. So I hope everyone's got their Christmas shopping.
Christmas? It starts
I know.
tomorrow?
December starts tomorrow. So I hope everyone's bought me their favorite Intel gifts. Anyway, bye bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.